Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Listen here, this is a fact of life. I be rapping like Nat Turner came back to life. Grab Donald Trump by the pussy, he ain't acting right. I never run from a conflict, I be glad to fight. It's a very cold world that we living in. Somebody please tell Elizabeth you're not an Indian. You just trying to con them people to get the benefit. Just another immigrant, stealing from the Indians. That's some punk ass shit and that's too lame. Now we finna step over to Andrew Yang. And you a sucker, you could never speak for black folks. Fake ass candidates, trying to get the black vote. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You know your boy be high off sativa. Kamala wasn't popping, so we said bye, Felicia. She ain't had a right policy. We ain't trying to meet her. Y'all can take Biden too. Bye, we don't need him. We don't need Roland Martin or that coon Al Sharpton. Didn't need Cory Booker from the start, man. I don't fuck with police and no snitch. You know I'm coming with the heat when I spit it. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. If you ever go to court and this is your luck, try not to get fucked by Benjamin Crump. I know it's hard. You and all go is hard. But who the fuck is Amy Cloak? Put her picture up on the bullseye and start throwing darts. People cut our organs out our bodies, that's a stolen heart. They can't save us from the flood like Noah's Ark. Black lives always matter, we finna go for ours. So then we savages, we don't need to pot the piss. Mike Bloomberg can suck dick with that stop and frisk, bitch. You ain't speaking for us, we don't know you. Bernie Sanders, they get your funky ass on too. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me.
I'm talking about shouting going crazy. People going crazy in them motherfuckers. Run that shit back, man.
But it's nothing. Nothing. About a woman on the day. Man made the car. Man thinks about a little bit of baby girl and a baby boy, and man makes them happy because man makes them joy. But after man make everything we can, do you know that man makes money? To buy from other men. This is a man's world. But
I'm talking about shouting going crazy. People going crazy in them motherfuckers. Run that shit back, man.
But it's nothing. Nothing. About a woman on the day. Man thinks about a little bit of baby girl and a baby boy. And man makes them happy because man makes them joy. But after man make everything we can, do you know that man makes money? To buy from other men. This is a man's world. But
Greetings, Black family. Greetings. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Frontline Black News. I'm your host, Nkrumah. We should be joined here shortly with Lady Che. Hopefully she can fall asleep. And we are joined with our West Coast correspondent, Shabaka Sankovic. Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Greetings, Shabaka, and greetings, Twin. I see you in the chat.
Hey, what's going on with you? Okay, all right. Okay, and I got a medical appointment tomorrow, so I could only do about an hour. Okay, hey, Twin, how you doing? And what have you? Also, too, I don't know the list of the stories yet. Okay, but Dr. Park said that she might try to do that again with us the first week of November. Okay, and then also, too, Giuliani, he's talking a bunch of nonsense in the news, man, about losing his crib and stuff like that.
Well, great.
Yeah, that's great news, man. Hopefully they'll put his ass in a cardboard box sitting alongside the expressway.
Yeah, we covered that last night, Shabaka.
Okay, so what's the topics for tonight?
Tonight's topics are Beyonce fans want their money back.
What? Beyonce fans want their money back.
Yep, Beyonce fans are upset after VP Kamala Harris made them think it was a free concert instead of Then we got a Chinese woman insults VP Kamala Harris after she helped to give the Asian community protection. Hilarious.
Okay, so attorneys.
No,
okay, what?
Not attorneys, Shabaka. Asian community protection. So the anti-Asian hate crime bill. So Democrats did that for the Asians, and the Asians are not supporting Kamala Harris.
Wow.
And then it's Kamala.
Asians.
Yeah, and then it's the Kamala and the Democratic ship sinking. Yes, sinking fast. The polls don't matter. Our interests do. Diddy versus Jeffries, meaning Jeffrey Epstein. Equal justice under the law? No. Black Americans deserve $350,000. Will the government finally pay up? And breaking, hundreds of ballots burnt as ballot box set on fire in Portland, Oregon, and Vancouver, Washington. And then
really?
Yeah. I was talking to you about that earlier, Sparky. And then alleged
and that's on the west.
voter fraud in Colorado, ballots stolen and recovered in Mesa County. And then we got our election going on here, so we're gonna cover the ballot measures and who's on the ballot, including myself. We got a Colorado voter ballot investigation. Our very own myself, Nkrumah, aka Jeffries Parris, is on the ballot for Colorado State House District, House of Representatives for House District 8. And we got Denver voting ballot investigation from the frontline campaign staff. And we got a couple in the building. Salute, Kamala. No, I don't know yet. I won't know until the actual day of the election. But thanks for asking.
Which would be Tuesday.
No, next Tuesday. Not this Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday after next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in Colorado. But that's not how you spell it. Yeah, in Colorado. COLORADO. So those are topics.
Okay. All right. Well, first thing, man, I want to hear and talk about Beyonce fans want their money back. Okay. That is very, very interesting. Is because they're talking about, the dumpster doing all his shady shit. Okay. So the people went to the Beyonce concert, and I take it that they were charged to get in there because they thought that it was a beneficiary concert, or was it a fundraising concert?
I don't know all the details, but Uncle Phil's gonna give us the update.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's very, very interesting. Okay. Now, being an old bastard.
Gentlemen.
Go ahead, Shabaka, and then I gotta play this clip.
Okay, just being an old bastard, man, over the last 50 years, I'm saying, man, this shit is beyond the circus, man. It's beyond the circus. I mean, because, you got fuckery, all 360 of it. This whole damn election stinks.
Yeah.
It really does. It really does. The whole election stinks.
Yeah, especially the presidential.
Yeah. And then too, then if you having all this here with the presidential election, then that also means, man, is that a lot of these statewide elections on Tuesday or a week from Tuesday, they're going to be tainted also.
Yeah, Shabaka, I mean, nothing really can be trusted anymore. Not even the election process.
Yeah. And didn't they have like ballot boxes burned in the last election?
Yeah, Shabaka, that's one of the topics.
Mm-hmm.
That was in Portland. It was in Portland, Oregon, and Vancouver, Washington. So I'm gonna get to
right.
I know you're pressing.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Vice President Kamala Harris and the Democrats pulled a bait and switch on Beyonce fans. Now, prior to Beyonce coming to the rally here in Houston that Vice President Kamala Harris is going to have, the mainstream media was saying Beyonce was set to perform. They kept repeating this over and over and over again. Neither did Vice President Kamala Harris' team come out and correct the record on social media or anything like that. Neither did Beyonce. Nobody said anything about, no, she's not performing. So I want you to see that just with a little bit, not much of what Beyonce had to say, but let's look at afterwards, because afterwards is what a lot of people are talking about. Let's go ahead and check that out.
H-Town. We are so happy to be standing here on this stage as proud country Texas women supporting and celebrating the one and only Vice President Kamala Harris. A woman who's been pushing for what this country really needs right now. Unity. It's impossible not to feel the energy in this room, the positivity, the community, the humanity.
You don't want a vacation. You want the vacation. You don't want a job. You want the job. The is always.
Fuck the commercial. Fuck the commercial. Oh, you're getting bad acoustics.
Basically, somebody said Jesus is Lord, and she said you're at the wrong rally.
Wow.
You need to go down the street, the smaller one down the street.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've seen this clip before. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Beyonce started off, she did a speech about almost 5 minutes. And do you know Beyonce was been reported was paid $10 million for a 5-minute speech? Boy, that's a lick.
Right.
Man, shout out to Beyonce, man. for getting $10 million for a 5-minute speech.
Right.
Man, Beyonce, please tell me how I can get on, because I need that. I gladly go anywhere and do a 5-minute speech for $10 million. Because people thought that Beyonce was going to do a free concert. Like, are y'all serious? Beyonce tickets are like $500, all the way up to thousands of dollars. I mean, some of them $1,000, $2,000 when she came down here to Houston, and she was selling out with those high ticket prices. So why would Beyonce go in there and just give y'all a free concert? But she didn't give y'all a free speech either. $10 million, man. Democrats, you are wasting money. But when people thought they would get a free concert, kind of like when she went to Atlanta and, Megan Thee Stallion, all of them a free Megan concert, right? That's what they thought with Beyonce. Beyonce said, oh, no. Not me. I don't do that. Ticket. Now, the people got upset because of the bait and switch. And people were upset. People were booing. A lot of people actually left. A lot of people left. When Beyonce left the stage, they left with her. You understand? So I think that's sad that you got to bring out Beyonce just to get people to come to your political rally. Now, Trump just had a rally, and he didn't have nobody even close to Beyonce there. And he sold out Madison Square Garden, which is a big arena. And he had it full. He didn't have to bring out Beyonce or Taylor Swift or anything like that to get people to come, making people think that they were going to get a free Taylor Swift concert or something like that. That's why her campaign's in trouble. And it's imploding, ladies and gentlemen. She's on overdrive right now doing interviews. Now, before you couldn't get her to interview with nobody. She didn't want to talk to nobody. She didn't want to do nothing. Now, when you got less than 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, now you want to make a press blitz. You want to go on every platform. I just saw she was on Club Shay Shay. Tried to watch that. The same old with her. She don't say nothing different. If you see one interview with her, you've seen them all. And the more and more she's talking, the more and more people are reminded why they didn't support her in 2019. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, she dropped out the race. She dropped out the race because her campaign imploded. Correct. It's not like she was like at the top and it was just her and Biden against each other. And no. She couldn't even get any delegates in 2019. Yep. And also what's been going on, there are people in California that are not voting Democrat. There's a lot of people starting to vote Republican in California. That would be crazy if Trump get a lot of votes in California. That's like, let me tell you something. If he was to flip any of those real blue states, that would be the craziest thing ever. That would. You messed up. And let me tell y'all something else. A lot of people in California don't like Vice President Kamala Harris. They don't like her. And it makes me wonder about, is she going to even get the state of California? I'm just curious if she's going to even get that state. Right. I would assume she would, because, it's a Democrat state, but you never know. This election is going to be interesting. But her campaign, the more and more I'm looking at it, look, even Democrats are now, they're nervous. They're worried. A lot of their people talking behind the scenes say, man, I'm thinking I don't know if she's going to pull this one off. Because they seeing what's going on. They seeing that Trump literally having a big enthusiasm, definitely coming into the last week. You got to think about it. This is the last full week of campaigning they got. Yep. Then you got to look at it after this one. In Texas, early voting ends on the 1st. I think it was this Friday. It ends on the 1st. And then you got the next time you can vote, at least in the state of Texas, or I don't know what early voting is in the other states, but that'd be November the 5th. Like I said, I told y'all, and I did it. I got my stuff done early, right? Early. I voted the first day. Look, they even gave me that famous sticker. I voted today, right?
If you're in Colorado, early voting started on the 21st, and it's too late to mail in your ballots. So you're going to have to drop them off at one of these boxes or take them down to the election division's office themselves and drop them off.
And in Nevada, the early voting was last Sunday.
Or you can vote in person all the way up to the day of the election. Like they're up to the date and time, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, in person.
I got the famous sticker, and so I can sit on the couch all I want because I already voted. But this the deal: if you got a bait and switch to get people to come to your rallies, if you gotta just do some silly things, everything is about abortion with her. Once again, I just come from the grocery store, buying not that many items. My 10-year-old, listen what I'm about to say about my 10-year-old. I went to scan the items got scanned up, and my 10-year-old looked at the thing and say, "Wow, Dad, it's $59." And say, for that amount of food, $59? I say, yeah, baby. So if my 10-year-old can look at that price and realize that's a lot of money you're paying for this amount of food,
Right.
Come on now. You think grown adults not looking at that? But then you want to talk about some doggone abortion? That's not going to pay that $59 food bill I just had.
Right.
So that's silly. That is completely silly. And a lot of people are being turned off by that because they're looking at the gas price, the grocery store price, insurance rates that went through the roof, car prices, everything just went through the roof with this administration. You keep saying, are we not going back? I want to go back to the time during the Trump administration when we had money. Oh yeah, I want to go back to that. I'm telling you, them people in there with you saying that mess, they want to go back to it too. Even Democrats are tired of paying all them high prices. They're tired. Them Democrats, no different than anybody else. They're not rich. And people like Beyonce and Kelly Rowland coming up there, all them, they don't worry about inflation, gas prices. They don't worry about it. They got money. Like who cares about interest rates when you got money? Nobody cares about that. But the regular American cares because they're trying to piece everything together. Understand what I'm saying? To live their life. So it's not looking good for Vice President Kamala Harris. If you got to pull a bait and switch, basically lie to people, you in the mainstream media, because the mainstream media help with the lie. They help with it. You know Beyonce told you she's doing a
technical
speech.
difficulties with Blog Talk.
The mainstream media put that mess out, and y'all didn't correct them. Y'all let them say it to get people to come. They did the same thing with the DNC. Remember? They told people, "Oh, Beyonce supposed to show up at the DNC," and Beyonce didn't show. So everybody watching the last night at the DNC.
Yeah.
If y'all got to keep using Beyonce to get people to watch you, then sorry. Like they would say, you suck. You're not drawing a crowd.
Right.
You're not drawing a crowd. And it's the more and more it's looking, I'm really feeling Trump gonna get this one. I'm feeling that he's gonna get it. Cause it's way too many people. I mean, it's a lot of black people talking about have voted for Trump. That's crazy. I'm telling you, people who have been lifelong Democrats, I'm telling y'all, lifelong Democrats have went voted for Trump. And no, they're not MAGA. No, they're not in the Republican Party. But they think about their pocketbook. That's what they're thinking about. That the motivation this election has been our wallets. That's the motivation. And yeah, and so Democrat Shields, just kind of be prepared if she don't win. Because the way it's looking, let y'all pull some shenanigans, I don't think she's gonna pull it out. I just don't. It'll shock me if she do, but the way it's looking, it's not looking good at all. But let's see what happens. We ain't got that long to go now. It's winding down. It's winding down. But yeah, people don't like being lied to, Vice President Kamala Harris. They don't. They really don't. Just tell them the truth. Say, hey, Beyonce gonna do a speech. Trust me, they'll show up if Beyonce do a speech. They just like to see her and hear her, right? And that's that. But the lying.
Yep.
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens.
Later for the commercial. Skip that. All right. I'm not surprised with anything what Phil Scott is saying right there. Okay, so like you said, they pulled the bait and switch. Okay, so therefore, to do some stuff like that is an act of desperation. Okay, it's because you sitting up there purposely deceiving the public, figuring they're gonna go see Beyonce Knowles. Okay, now what Beyonce Knowles sitting up there talking about, vote for Kamala Harris. Then the halftime presentation she did at the 2016 Super Bowl, they need to take it and cut it to shreds.
Yeah, well, they like you said, they paid her $10 million to do that stuff.
Okay, you're talking about the halftime presentation of the Super Bowl in 2016, that's Super Bowl 50.
No, I'm talking about what she just pulled 2 days ago.
Okay, they paid her $10 million.
Yeah. Not 3.
Yeah, well, based on that, man, I'm gonna have to say Kamala Harris, man, is in a nosedive. She's gonna crash and burn.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, and so what's gonna happen is the dump, as in human shit. And I want to make that perfectly clear. Okay, so therefore, Black family, we all we got now. And then for all you integrationists out there, you're gonna see just how much we need each other. Huh?
Again, we dealt with Trump. We've been under worse presidents than Trump. We've done under worse white supremacists than Trump. So
well,
this ain't really nothing new for us.
Well, it's not. It's not.
They just got here yesterday.
Yeah, it's not. And white America is telling you how it honestly feels. But you get these tethers, ass scratcher coons, yassa bosses that have faith off in these individuals. Yeah.
Yeah, because they know where they stand, and they know that they stand with white supremacy. And they're going to maintain that and facilitate that. So, yeah, they're going to come out in droves and support it.
Yep. And then, too, with the mass incarceration of Black people, you get who are on parole, and California is one of them. If you're on parole, you can't vote.
Yeah, in the state of Colorado, you can, though. So it just depends.
And then in some states, if you are a convicted felon, whether if you're on parole or not, you cannot vote.
Yeah, well, Colorado, if you're a convicted felon, if you're on papers, probation or parole, you can still vote. They have voter boxes in this house.
Okay. See, California don't have that. See, and the irony of it is that California carries the most electoral votes. And then what's going to happen is that Kamala Harris is going to have to read the winner of the electoral votes after of the electoral college.
Yep.
See, just like what Mike Pence did when Trump lost the last election and they wanted to hang Mike Pence. So they had, a bunch of division within themselves. But what's happening is that it's gone to extremists now. You see?
It's been extremist.
It's gone to, yeah. Well, actually, as far as I'm concerned, man, it's been extremist, man, ever since the Reagan era.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, they say it went extreme with the Reagan era, man, and what's that there 40 years ago. So you got 40 years. No, wait a minute. No, that's 44 years ago. I stand corrected.
Yeah, 1980.
44 years ago. See, and then they got the audacity to come up here to tell us to keep having faith in a system that doesn't have faith in us. And I mean, man, this is the damnedest thing, man, that's with me. why are these Negroes, well, they're on puppet strings, okay, keep telling us to go out here and participate in bullshit elections that do not have our self-interest at heart. And then when we start talking about building up our own economical infrastructures and our own technological infrastructures, then we called racist. There's no such thing as a black racist in the United States of America.
Or worldwide.
We don't control no police departments. We don't control no fucking banks. We don't control no high-tech firms. You see what I mean? So we are in no position politically, economically, or socially to implement any type of racism.
Right.
See?
Yeah, we have no institutional power, Shabaka. Racism is prejudice plus institutional power. So we can be prejudiced.
To implement your bigotry.
But we can't be racist because you have to have institutional power to enforce your hatred, your bigotry, your prejudice onto a certain group of people or groups of people.
Yeah. And that's for real. You see? That's for real. But what has happened is that this political system has dummied down our youth. Not saying that our youth are dumb, but what it is that it's taken certain historical elements, just like what Ron the panties wear, okay, what is critical woke theory. You see? And then they put all this, and then they put all this. I understand that, but basically, what I'm getting at is that they put all these twists on words. Basically, to keep put in layman's term, they don't want our current black youth to know the history of white America's bigotry and prejudice against us. You see? They diverted everybody off of that with the hip hop generation, with the disco era. See?
Oh, initially, I disagree. Because initially, hip hop was educating the youth on that history. And it was till the mid to late
285
that message was replaced with gangster rap.
Okay, now you're talking about the late 1980s.
The 1990s.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the 1990s, that's when it went all crazy. You know what I mean? And then these rappers, they send their children to private school. And if your children do what they say in those rapper lyrics, your child goes to prison.
Yeah, they're filling the school to prison pipeline, Shabaka. That's why they pay them all the millions of dollars. Yep.
Yeah.
It was over.
Yeah, you're right, Mac 285. Yeah, 1993, it was over. Yeah. Yeah. It's because when they had the rebellion there in Los Angeles in 1992, see, that made white America very, very nervous. You see? And then, of course, you know, you had them ultra Reaganites up there in Ventura County, which is now ultra Trump, now saying that Rodney King got what he deserved. You see? And that's why they let those cops walk when they should have been convicted. So then, in 1990, Mac 285, oh yeah. And then with the O.J. Simpson case, when O.J. was acquitted, okay, first thing the white folks saying, oh, well, O.J. was acquitted in 1995.
But the case started in 94.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, exactly. So then, then they were saying,
then 96 is when the Telecommunications Act came out.
96 is when the what act came out?
The Telecommunications Act.
Oh yeah, when they got rid of analog television by 2009, because now they want you to go pay for television. They say, stream this bullshit on Paramount. Stream this bullshit on Universal.
They got rid of all the independent radio at the time. So everything had to go under.
Oh, yes, they did.
Everything had to go under, what is it called? Clear something. What is it called, Shabaka? It's Clear View, Clear something. Clear something.
Yeah, Clear View, I think, what it is. And then this here coincide when AOL Online, was born. When they had the www.com, they say.
Yeah, that was like out. This is when they came up with the Netscape and the Windows 98, and we had those the first Apple computers and all of that. Yeah,
right. AOL. Yeah. When they came out with America Online.
Yeah, it was dial-up, and you have to hear that damn record and get on the internet.
Yeah, I do it. Then they'll show the little man running.
Yeah.
That bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Then
you had a whole lot of people made money off of that.
Then we had the Y2K scare.
Right, which was a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, I remember Y2K. And all the millennials coming on, man, everything's going to shut down and all that old bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You say? And all that there was crazy, And then
in that same year, we had a crazy-ass presidential election between Al Gore and Jr.
Yeah, at the Clinton when Bush Jr. got up there. And then that's when you had the governor of Florida at that time, Jeb Bush. We had all those ballots that had all those doilies hanging on them. And then that day had delayed it, you see. So it pretty much has set the tone for what you got going on together.
24 years later.
Yeah, 24 years later. That's it. And then all of a sudden, they start easing in this alternative thing on.
Oh, they've been doing that since 1973.
Yeah, they say. And then on top of that, it got more and more blatant and flagrant. And then Kamala Harris is talking about that these individuals
for that. Osambo is the one that made it more blatant and flagrant.
Right. You see? And then Osambo coming up there with that damn finger wagging shit. You see what I mean?
Yeah, the Democrats are desperate about it. And they thought that that they had control over the black vote, and they don't. Some days are over.
Yeah, it is.
We're moving on.
It really is.
Press for time. I'm sure you're eager for this next topic, but this Chinese woman not supporting Kamala after she helped her give her community protection.
Yeah. Asians not supporting Kamala. Yeah.
We are the only people that have the true collective voice and the voice of a roaring lion. These people want to keep us here as much as possible. And I was proving that right when black people start going to Ghana with a year return, and how they was basically raising the alarm about black people going to Ghana. And I'll say, wow, look at the way they're acting about black people going to Ghana. But before, they used to tell you, if you don't like it over here, go back to Africa. They used to always say, go back to Africa, right? Then black people start going to Africa, and they saying something about it. Okay, cool. That's that. These other groups. see, you Democrats, you prioritize these other groups, and you give them all this. You give them so much. Oh, you give them a lot. But I want y'all to listen. Listen to what this Chinese woman has to say about Vice President Kamala Harris. I want y'all to listen to this. And remember, Vice President Kamala Harris is responsible for giving them a hate crime bill. She helped with doing that in the Senate. Okay, so let's play this. Listen to this.
Trump from our bottom of the heart, because we know Trump is the only one can save America. Kamala is so stupid. She is so low. IQ equal no Q, no qualification to be the president. You shall stay away from that position. You already lost the position. You lost our trust. You lost our vote. You just need to go home. To stay home. You cannot do anything to save America. You are so stupid. You don't know anything. You cannot even answer any question from the camera, from all the media. How you can be on the stage to fight for America, to protect American people, to protect all the world. You are not qualified. You just need to go home. Let Trump to save America, to save the world.
Wow.
Okay, all right. Let me back that up. I mean, when I first saw that, I said, "Whoa, what was this woman say?" So,
is that Vivek? That's question. It has the microphone to her. Oh my God.
No, that's not Vivek. No.
I thought that was Vivek from afar. I was like, oh hell no. But yeah, even her own people ain't supporting her. Remember, she's South Asian. When she was sworn in as General of California, she was the first Asian, South Asian Attorney General. When she was sworn Senator of California, she was the first Indian senator. So this cosplaying black shit, like the dump said, she only does that when it's election time. And her own, the South Asians ain't even supporting her. They supporting the dump. They got mad.
Yeah.
My ass got arrested. They're not supporting her.
Basically, some people say, I don't understand nothing she's saying. And let me tell y'all, the people that's saying that. I need y'all to get around other groups of people who speak with different languages and accents. I really need y'all to start doing that, okay? Because I understood everything she said perfectly. I need y'all to start doing that because this world is more than just us here in America. And so you're going to have to learn how to listen to accents. You're going to have to listen just a little bit closer, right? So let me play this again because where's the Democrat Shields at? Where you at? Where are you? Doggone it, where you Shields at? I know you're here somewhere. Shields, let me start this again. And this is the second video I'm gonna play too, but hold on, let me get into this.
Our bottom of the heart, because we know Trump is the only one can save America. Kamala is so stupid. She is so low. IQ equal no Q, no qualification to be the president. You shall stay away from that position. You already lost the position. You lost our trust. You lost our vote. You just need to go home. To stay home. You cannot do anything to save America. You are so stupid.
Okay, all right. Hold on, y'all. All right, let me stop right there. This Chinese woman called Vice President Kamala Harris stupid multiple times. Say you lost our trust. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris gave y'all some tangibles, okay? She gave y'all some tangibles. Black people can't get a tangible. And yet, even though Vice President Kamala Harris actually did something for the Asian community, you have one of them saying that she is stupid, saying that repeatedly about Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, you Democrat Shields, I'm getting mad. Let me tell you why I'm mad. Because she went in on Kamala. Oh, yes, she did. If this was black people that she actually did something for, and if any of us got on any interview saying that she was stupid, oh, y'all would have lost y'all last mind. Y'all have been calling us every nasty, vile name in the book. Y'all been trolling. Y'all be doing all this mess. If this was black people doing this, and say, I can hear y'all now. She gave y'all a hate crime bill. What do you mean you're not gonna vote for her? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all just hate black women and black people. Like, look, what else does she got to do for y'all? She gave y'all protection. See, Democrats, let me tell you something, Democrats. Listen, anytime you give these other groups something, it's never enough. If you gave Black America a hate crime bill, she would have got probably 100% of the black votes. She would have.
But it wouldn't have been enforced.
If she gave Black America a anti-black hate crime bill, I would have voted for her. I would have promoted her campaign myself. I would have been saying, hey, man, we got to go vote for Vice President Kamala Harris. She gave us an anti-black hate crime bill. Shout out to her. You see how, but see, black people would have been grateful for a hate crime bill, ma'am, and Democrats. We'd have been very grateful for that and happy that we got something. But these other groups come over here. Y'all let them flood our country, invade our country. You give them money, you give them protection, you give them loans, you give them places to stay, do all this for these people, and they still walk around here want more and not happy with anything and not grateful for anything. And you get exactly what you deserve for these other groups, you Democrats, you get exactly what you deserve. You have so much contempt for FBAs. I'm not gonna give no protection to FBAs. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna give y'all reparations. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take the money I can start paying y'all for reparations, and I'm gonna give it to these migrants that just got here yesterday. I'm gonna give it to them in your face, in your city.
That part. And then Yasa Boss
I'm gonna be homeless on the street, and I'm gonna take migrants and put them up in schools in your community that we closed down in Chicago.
Right.
While you on the street homeless in front of you.
Exactly.
That's how much contempt the Democrats have for Black Americans.
Yep. Right, but you still got the
While you don't have a job, I'm gonna give them job fairs so they can go with jobs, but you're facing eviction. They're not paying no rent. They're not even worried about food. That's how much contempt that y'all have for us. And then when it's time for y'all to need these people, now they're calling you stupid.
Shout out to the viewers.
You can't make this up. You cannot, man. Hold on, man. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Yeah, he would say you can't make this issue up. That's what he would say, but you just can't. You can't.
My neighborhood.
This is one of the craziest things ever. Y'all help these people, and they don't do nothing for you. They not loyal, anything. Black people have been loyal for no reason.
No reason.
Black people have been shamed. Black people have been demeaned. Black men have been called every name in the book this election. Black men didn't get anything. And yet a woman from the community that y'all did do something for is on this TV, on the internet, calling Vice President Kamala Harris stupid, and she should go home.
Well, hell, they'll get no argument.
Hold on, I'm gonna cue her back up because I'm gonna start there from the beginning, and then there was another Asian family I want to play, right? Here we go. Let me cue it back up.
You don't know anything. You cannot even out-Trump.
Listen to a cook.
Our bottom of the heart, because we know Trump is the only one can save America. Kamala is so stupid. She is so low. IQ equal, no Q, no qualification to be the president. You shall stay away from that position. They lost the position. You lost our trust. You lost our vote. You just need to go home, to stay home. You cannot do anything to save America. You are so stupid. stupid. You don't know anything. You cannot even answer
no
any
arguments
question
from me.
from the camera, from all the media. How you can be on the stage to fight for America, to protect American people, to protect all the world. You are not qualified. You just need to go home. Let Trump to save America, to save the world.
Okay, I'm bringing my mom and my stepdad to the polls with me, and we are all voting for Donald Trump. You're voting for Donald Trump, right, Mark?
Of course. Of course.
Would you disown me if I was voting for Kamala Harris?
No, but I would think you're stupid.
Thank
You heard that? Y'all heard that toward the end? The other man said that if she would have went vote for Kamala, she was stupid. That's a recurring theme. They keep saying that. Oh God. Oh God. Oh man.
Her own
Democrats, come on, Democrats. Come on, Democrats. Democrats, come on. Let's talk for a minute. Let's talk. So
you can literally watch the ads disappear in real time. It's incredibly satisfying. It's actually really cool.
Oh, y'all gonna start calling all them Trump supporters now? Oh, y'all gonna start saying that they want to believe in racism and all kind of, like, come on, Democrats, please explain this to me.
Exactly.
When y'all do something for these other groups, they don't have no appreciation. They're out there going vote for Trump. They go and vote for Trump.
Well,
even though Trump is the China virus, they say, I don't care about that. I'm going to vote for Trump. But you know what? Serves y'all right.
It's going back.
Serves you right. I'm so happy. Y'all, look, in the Asian community, yeah, y'all go vote for Trump too. I'm cool with that. Because you know what? These Democrats need to learn a lesson. Because the black community was the only community who had faithfully supported the Democrats for a long time. And you Democrats was horrible to the black community. You gave us nothing, nothing, nothing. You did in this election cycle, you're still trotting out celebrities. We don't care. You can bring out Tyler Perry all you want. We don't care. And speaking about Tyler Perry, let me go there about Tyler Perry here for a minute. I seen, my wife was watching that new Tyler Perry thing. He got Beauty in the Black or something like that. And I'm sitting up there watching it, and I'm like, what happened to Tyler Perry? I'd rather him go back doing Medea, be honest with you. Man, just go back doing 100 Medea movies. I'm cool with that. I prefer seeing Medea at this point. Every time I look up, Tyler Perry is making some show about some bussy.
Oh my God.
And if it's not that, it's over-sexualizing black women in something, or beating them, or doing something to them. The other movie he had, what was it? The other show, All the Queen's Men, some of the same things going on. I'm like, what is up with him, with them themes? Bro, I don't want to see all that on TV. I'm sorry, I don't. Right. I don't even want to see a bunch of men and women doing some craziness on TV either. I mean, that one scene I seen on them, like, what is this man got going on? Were you at the Diddy party too? Jesus Christ. You got that big old studio, and this is what stuff you're going to be producing, showing black people. That's why they letting you make all that money. It's because you're showing black people in the worst light ever. That's why I don't want to see you celebrities talking to us about any politics.
Right.
Because when you're putting out images of black people like that before the world, that's not a good look, bro.
Right.
That's not a good look. And black men is not chasing bussy like that. Stop putting that image out there of black men.
Right.
Now, if you questionable, that's fine. Do you? That's your life, your body, your choice. Your pussy, your choice. But
Online Black News.
Stop putting them images out there, black men and women, bro. We ain't all toxic like that. I want to see discussing anything political, because you're doing a lot of political things that's harming the image of black people.
Right.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson out there talking. You know, of course, we saw Magic Johnson. We saw Lizzo. We saw Beyonce, which they paid her $10 million from what's being reported. Yeah, $10 million to go do a 5-minute speech. we are at an age that we do not want to hear from celebrities. Shout out to DJ Brown Sugar. Just wanted to slide in here. I'm a proud voter of the No Kamala Zone. Shout out to you. We don't want to hear celebrities, okay? Celebrities, we enjoy you in your field. If you're an actor, an actress, we enjoy that. If you're a comedian, we enjoy that. If you're a musician, we enjoy that, okay? But when you step on any stage talking at a political rally, I'm immediately turned off. I don't want to hear you. It's like you. It's like hold on. To me, it's like this. When y'all talking, this is what I hear.
We have been bought and sold.
That's all I hear. I hear nothing from you. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, brother.
I don't know.
I got to call it a night, man.
So these other groups, they come in here and see Democrats.
Okay, Shabaki, you said we're having technical difficulties. Blog Talk.
No, I see there in the ticker tape saying I didn't put it up there.
What do you mean?
Okay, yeah, because it was saying in the ticker. Yeah. Because I put up there with the question mark, we having more issues with Blog Talk. I'm not aware of any. So,
it still says the show is scheduled for tomorrow at 6.
Right. Yeah. So, they might be throwing monkey wrenches in it. You see what I mean?
So we're going to have an open mic discussion on the current events of October 2024, a current state of blacks in America, how Kamala Harris will throw black people to the wolves.
Right.
The status of black men in America. This episode is for those that are 18 years of age or older. And the call-in number is 516-418-5996. So please join us tomorrow on Blog Talk Radio.
6 p.m. in the Pacific, 9 p.m. in the East. Not the Charlie Brown teacher. Oh, yeah, Mac 285. Get with us if you can, man. Oh, by the way, Mac 285, I've suspended my support of the Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, until they fire the goddamn coaching staff, man. They're pathetic.
Great news.
So I've suspended my support, okay, of the Las Vegas Raiders, okay, until they change the coaching personnel. We're up here losing to bums. You know what I'm saying? Losing to bums. No, that's crazy. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna bid you all a good night from Sin City. Whoa, finally somebody understands, Mac 285. Finally somebody understands. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Brother Chase. So I'll get in touch with you tomorrow, man, after I handle that business that I told you about. Okay, so my final thoughts on the material that we went over. Black family, we are all we got, man. And maybe this is the shit that we need, man, for the wake-up call. Because all this shit shoving ketchup up a man's ass, talking about he's having a menstrual cycle, man, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Then you get some confused ass man like Joshua in Chicago talking about he wants to go use the woman's restroom. Hell no.
Yeah, that ball-headed brother gotta go.
Okay, which one is that? Joshua?
He's talking about the coach, the Gator coach.
Oh, yeah, Mac 285. Yeah, Antonio Pierce, I believe is his name, man. They need to shut him down, man, because Al Davis would not have gone for no shit like that. I've seen Al Davis when he was alive fired the coach and the whole fucking coaching staff for lesser crimes.
He came up with the motto of just win, baby, just win.
Huh? What?
He came up with that motto that just win, baby, just win.
Yeah, just win. Yeah, you see, just win. And I mean, man, they losing to bums, and the Raiders do deserve better. They losing to bums. Fucking bums they losing to. Fucking bums. That's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? That is totally unacceptable. All right, so I'm gonna bid y'all a good night from Sin City. Definitely check with us on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced this Tuesday. Also, too, we are going to try it again to have a high-profile guest talking about some very, very serious issues within the Black community. Okay, because when we tried to program it the first time, Blog Talk fucked us around. Okay, so we're gonna try to do it again. All right, so we'll definitely keep y'all posted. All right, Brother Parris, I give you a call tomorrow, man, after I get in.
Okay, Shabaka, have a good night.
Okay, all right, Mac 285. See you tomorrow, sir. All right, y'all take care. Okay.
All right, y'all, I'm going to finish this clip and I'm going to move to the next topic. Thank you for joining us, Shabaka.
This is your problem. You always never looked at who's been faithful to you. Black Americans have been faithful to you at the biggest fault ever. Black Americans. Black Americans have stuck by your side. Black Americans kept voting for you, even when you mass incarcerated Black Americans.
Yep.
They still came out and supported you and voted for you. You abused Black Americans more than any other group. You prioritize other groups, you prioritize foreigners, you prioritize everybody. And yet Black Americans were there for a long time trying to hope you would change. You were deceiving people too. You baiting and switching too. That's what you always do to Black Americans. But I am so happy these other groups are showing they behind to y'all. I'm so happy the Asians talking about they voting for Trump. I'm so happy Hispanics are talking about they voting for Trump, because that's what y'all get. Y'all sat in here and imported all these people in this country. You just imported a bunch of Trump supporters. Look at that.
What a bunch of dummies.
Or in other words, look at God. See, what you meant for harm, see, this is what y'all thought y'all was gonna do. You thought you was gonna harm God's children. See, I don't need to do nothing for them FBAs. See, I'm gonna import all these immigrants in here, and I'm gonna give them some amnesty. I'm gonna give them some protection. I'm gonna make them some voters, and then we're gonna allow more of them in this country than those FBAs, right? This is what we're gonna do, right? And we're gonna keep promoting death and destruction to Black people, telling Black women that they need to abort their children. We're gonna keep pushing out, because it's the Democrats. Because who run Hollywood? The Democrats. Who run the music industry? The Democrats. All the Diddy parties and all that mess, that wickedness come from over there. We're gonna push the most filthy of the filth. We're gonna push out the sexy reds, and we're gonna push out all kind of filth. We're gonna let Tyler Perry do all the filth he's doing. We're gonna do all that, right? And I'm not saying that everything Tyler Perry do is filthy like that, but some of it is just too much, Tyler. Too much.
Right.
If my grandmother Tyler could come back and see what you're doing, she would be ashamed of you. She used to go to your Medea plays when you used to go do them in the different theaters before you even got on in Hollywood. My grandmother would be so ashamed of you at this point. But anyway, y'all thought that y'all was gonna import all these people in here, outnumber us, and outvote us. You thought that, look, all we gotta do is paper these people up, put them in businesses, put them in houses, do everything for these people. And then we're gonna have a new voter base, and we don't need to do nothing for those Black Americans, because we have a disdain for those Black Americans. We don't like them. But we know eventually we're gonna have to do something for them. So let's go on and take on all these migrants. And all you did was take on a bunch of people that will vote for Republicans, vote for Trump or whatever. And those people that you imported in here is going to be your political demise, because you were so, I don't know who's running anything over there. How do you not know the majority of the world has a more conservative society than America do? Right. You're importing people from conservative societies. Why do you think they will be down with you?
P Valley. I haven't seen Rufus, but I've seen P Valley.
Think about that. China, Chinese, any kind of Asian country. Yeah, they got their red light district and all that mess. Oh yes, they do. They ain't got no problem with that mess. But we talking about the average ones. In their societies, they can't get down like that. In China. You better not run around there talking about no LGBT, man. You better not. So you bring some Chinese people over here. You think that's what they're gonna be promoting? In a lot of countries, you can't just run around there talking about reproductive justice. No. A lot of countries, that's shameful to do something like that. And now you're importing people in these countries that still have some shame. You understand? They can't get down with you. A lot of these people are religious. A lot of them are Christians. A lot of them are Muslims. Why do you think that you importing all these people that's attached to Christianity and Islam is going to be down with you when the things that you promote? That doesn't make sense. And on top of that, the stuff that's going on with Israel and Palestine, come on, if you really see, and I got to see the images of what really go on over there, like I think on Telegram, I got to see like they had this thread on there that, you could really see what was really going on. I'm like, bruh, I'm like, and y'all keep on giving these people weapons? I'm like, come on, bro. I think they got the message already, don't you think? It's horrible, but hey, I don't get involved with that. I stay involved with the diaspora. But I'm just saying, there are people you're importing over here who have, attached to that, or family members in those areas, and you're importing them over here. Why would they want to go vote for you? You Democrats thought you was going to usurp the Black American community. Have you remembered, hold on, let me get to something real quick. Prime One. Okay, appreciate you, Prime One. You thought that you was gonna harm God's children. See, when you're trying to kick against us, you're kicking a bush of thorns. So in other words, when you try to kick us, you're gonna harm yourself. Haven't y'all learned that by now? Think about it. Let's think about the history of America. They thought that we will be literally wiped out because of slavery. We did not we wasn't wiped out. We didn't die. We multiplied. Because we should have been wiped out. Based on our treatment in slavery, we should have been gone. I shouldn't even be talking. We should be extinct based on how we was treated in slavery. Okay? Y'all have bombed us, literally, from planes, like Black Wall Street. Even bombed us in Philadelphia with the movement, right? Y'all have made practices of dropping bombs on us in American cities. Y'all have done experiments on us. Y'all have poisoned our food. Y'all have poisoned our water. Y'all have given us, the worst of the worst medicines. Y'all have mass incarcerated us. Y'all have had us on trees. Y'all made sure we don't have the right education, the right food, the worst shelter. Y'all have us in places like Cancer Alley in Louisiana. Y'all do all kind of things to us. And yet we are still growing in numbers. Have you ever asked yourself why? You sabotage our progress. You understand? You lie on our name. You sully our image. And yet we should be completely defeated. And have you not figured out why that has not worked even after all this time? You got all the money, all the power, all the everything, and yet you're still worried about this insignificant group of people who you made sure to be at the collective bottom. Then you rather import your enemies because you think these people don't got ties back to your homeland. You rather import your literally enemies into this country who has ties to the Chinese Communist Party, who has ties back to North Korea, Russia, and all kind of other places who's your enemies, who has ties back to different factions in the Middle East. You rather import them here and give to these people and paper them up, and you could be papering up double agents who are sent here to America as immigrants, as a double agent of these foreign nations who are your enemies. You rather do all that than support the people that God has allowed to be here, who is the most patriotic of America, who have never turned on America, who never tried to commit a war against America, who never stormed the Capitol, who never did anything like that. Y'all, but see, y'all gonna learn the hard way, and Black America gonna sit back and just watch it, just like we sat back and watched January the 6th. We were like, wow, look at that. Y'all, and when all these foreigners y'all imported in here, all these people y'all just didn't recently brought in here underneath this Harris administration, all them people y'all brought in here, oh, the chicken's coming home to roost with that too. And what Black Americans gonna say is, we told you, but y'all did that to harm us, remember? So now deal with it. Don't tell us nothing. And listen, y'all, when y'all talk about delineation means delineating from them too.
Yep.
Because all of a sudden now, a lot of them, yeah, we all Americans. What? Well, what happened to all that go back to Africa stuff?
Yeah.
What you mean we all Americans now? You know, have you noticed that? They've been getting real nice here lately.
Yeah.
Think about it. I've never seen so many of them be so nice to Black folks here lately. Have y'all noticed that?
Yeah.
Is that just me?
Nope.
Maybe it's me have noticed that, but have y'all noticed that?
Yep.
They being so nice. They calling us, oh, we all Americans and all. Like, why are we Americans now? Why y'all accepting us as Americans now? Well, why are you trying to join at the hip with Black people now? What do you see coming that you need Black people for? Because you don't join with nobody for no reason. You see something on the horizon that y'all have done that the chicken's about to come home to roost. I'm gonna tell y'all folks this. We have saved y'all from yourself thousands of times. The only reason why America is still in existence is because of us, because we saved you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the days of us saving you is done.
Oh.
You think you better? You think you superior? Okay, no problem. Show us how it's done. All these other groups that tried to come in and say, well, Black Americans, why y'all won't say anything? Hey, y'all got it. We working on some things over here. We have delineated. Y'all understand? We have delineated from everybody.
Right.
And folks, that means you too. We have delineated, especially you. We have delineated.
Right.
Because for years, Black Americans was saying, oh, we are part of America and this and that and the third. No, you not. You this and that and the third. Go back to Africa, do this. Okay. All right. But see, you see that, well, look, the Black man and woman is the only one I probably can pair up with, because these other foreigners that came in here, they on something different. Yeah, they are. Maybe you should have treated the Black man and woman right all these hundreds of years. And now that but see, the thing is, you imported all these people in here. We didn't need all the people imported in here.
Right.
We have enough people right here to do all the work we need. All Black Americans ask you to do is, hey, man, just give us our reparations. Don't treat us no different than you. We're not asking to be superior. We're just saying we just want to be equal. That's it. We want the same equal resources, the same equal this. That's all Black people ask for is equality, not oppression, not to oppress no groups of people. They say we just want the same chances, the same everything you have. That's all Black people ask for. We want the same home loans you get, business loans you get. We want the same amount of businesses. We want the same amount of schools. We want hospitals. We want, our police departments. We want all this just like you got in your area. Now, Duke said something. He said those Asians and Hispanics and others despise them. Let me tell you why. In a lot of those countries, there are a lot of Hispanic nations, a lot of Asian nations. U.S. foreign policy has caused much problems in their land. You think them people forgot about that?
That's why it makes 25.
They ain't forgot about it. Now they'll come up here and get a bag, but they haven't forgot about it. That's why. And these people know it. Now, do you have some sellouts within those other groups that want to join it to help them folks? Yes, but that's not the majority. That is not the majority. They know that, listen, if somebody run from their homeland, they ain't got no loyalty to America. They ran from their own homeland. Where their grandmammy was buried at. They ran from that. Where their bones are buried. So why would they be faithful to anything here?
Message get arrested.
Please. Shout out to all the people here in the chat tonight. Shout out to y'all. It's your first time coming. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're glad to have you. Click that like button. We cooking here. It's Monday night, and we doing what we got to do here tonight. But these folks, man, they trying to be nice. They're trying to be nice. And folks, let me tell you something. You hear black people talking about Trump. Let me tell you about that. Talking about Trump has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with black people's pocketbook. That's it. Black folks is not trying to go join with you or anything. If you hear black people talking about immigration, we talking about it for our reason, not yours.
Oh, you're welcome, Max 45.
Because the Democrats, which is your community, put them in our neighborhoods, took resources from us. So, yes, we may have a collective interest in the same thing. Sure, we may have it, but rest assured, that's not the only problems that's going to come up with all these different groups of people. And let me tell you something else what these migrants are doing. See, these migrants, they saying, wait a minute, these black people don't got nothing. Them good white people over there. Oh, that's where the money at? Oh man, we gotta go hit a lick over there. And that's what's happening. That's why a lot of them are real mad. Because if they was to hit licks on the black community, them Venezuelans and anybody else that came in here, they wouldn't even care. But them Venezuelans are going over there posing themselves as Amazon drivers or whatever, and they kicking doors in, and they robbing white folk. Yeah. They robbing. And they don't care. They going in fancy neighborhoods, going to mansions. They are robbing. Them Venezuelans came like, I ain't, man, Lashawn ain't got nothing. I ain't robbing her. But Brad, I gotta get you. I gotta get you. You got too much. Mm-hmm. And that's what y'all imported in here. See, them foreigners, they not scared of y'all. Because a lot of where them foreigners come from, especially them nations that got cartels, please, they done seen some death. They seen it. They ain't scared of y'all. They are not scared of y'all. See, you got black folks over here trained to be scared of you, but they not. They come from places where the cartel chop up bodies and put it in your front yard. That's what they do in their homeland. That's the people you imported in here. The people that seen that mess. Some of them folks you imported in here that participated in it, and you got them right here in America because you was trying to undermine the black man and woman. Yep. Boy, y'all don't know what y'all.
Oh, because we was.
Yeah, them squatters too, Danielle. Yeah, them squatters. Yeah, that's another thing. They didn't got on here, read the laws, and now they squatting. They squatting on y'all houses, and boy, y'all are hot about that. See, black folks will just be homeless. They ain't squatting on your house. Man, them foreign men you didn't import it in here, they're like, I'm not living on no street. Nah, somebody told me about a squatter law. Oh, I got to get that. Oh, no, I'm going in that house. That's why y'all sitting up here talking about, hey, black people, yeah, them immigrants, man, we got to get them out. Yeah, that's why. Because them immigrants coming after you. Mm-hmm. We don't have nothing for them to get. Remember?
Right.
No. Who's that? What up, though? Nah, I'm not snapping nothing. I'm just telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Yeah. Them folks are scared. Them immigrants are coming for their stuff. Yeah. They got these second and third houses. They go show up. They got a whole migrant clan in there, and they got to go through all this court proceedings to get them out.
Yeah.
In their own house. They robbing. They joining gangs. They out here committing assaults. SA. Oh, they doing all kind of things. So something that Pookie and Ray Ray is not even trying to do out here. Pookie and Ray Ray, he's worse off in his own community. He ain't going over there to the rich side of town. Pookie and Ray Ray ain't going to mess with them folks. But then Venezuelans and all them other ones are coming in here. They going over there. They going to rob y'all. That's why them folks going to be going to vote for Trump, because they want Trump to get them out. Oh, man. Well, what you say, Mama Deb? Say take that house and had the lights on by 5? Yeah. Yeah. But that's what y'all wanted, Democrats and the rest of America. That's what you wanted. Only thing we asked for is just give us our reparations. That's all thing we asked for. Give us an anti-black hate crime bill. Get rid of that qualified immunity with them police. We ain't really asked for something that y'all couldn't do. Timothy say you're leaving America in 2025 once you're better. Hey, Timothy, if you got a better situation overseas, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Some people say America's too toxic for them. And some people leave, and that's okay. If that's what you choose to do. But you going over there, you're not begging the government wherever you're going to give you a place to stay, give you food, give you businesses, you're not begging anything. So, you're going to do it on your own, go do it.
Oh, you're just answering questions now.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I found this freaking hilarious. This Chinese woman insulted VP Kamala Harris like none other. Told her stupid. Told her stupid. Told her go back to her homeland. It's not like she been listening to the new black media. That's what you get, Democrats. You tried to undermine us, and it's going to backfire on you. And I can't wait. All right, so moving along. Is Kamala Harris and the Democratic ship sinking? Yes. Tariq Nasheed believes so. I believe so as well. And several others in the new black media also believe that her ship is sinking. The Democratic ship is sinking.
So we need him out there representing, and you can support him by supporting AmericanApparel.com. AmericanFreedmenApparel.com, I'm sorry. AmericanFreedmenApparel.com, ladies and gentlemen. All right, everybody come on in the room. We got a lot to talk about, family. I want everybody to get on in here. Again, retweet. Let everybody know that we are live. Give me a nice...
They wasn't giving up the notifications yesterday to his shows. This is ridiculous. Let me fast forward.
Looks like it's sinking a little bit. And I'm not for anybody. I'm for accounting empowerment, ladies and gentlemen. But and we're going to go into why it's sinking. Okay, okay. I'm looking at my... Hold on. Wait a minute now. That might be dragging. Hold on. I don't know what's going on with my live. Hold on. My live stream is looking funny. Y'all bear with me 1 second. I don't know why my live stream. Refresh that page. All right. Give me a nice retweet. I'm good to go. Let's talk about it. Because what I'm going to do, we're going to talk about the 10 reasons why Kamala's Democratic ship is sinking. We're going to go into it. We're going to talk about why the ship is sinking. They're not doing good, ladies and gentlemen. They're wheeling out these celebrities. They had Beyonce, Samuel Jackson, Eminem. They're getting the top dog, the big wigs. And Kamala's numbers are still not really doing anything. Kamala's numbers are still not doing anything. She's essentially in the public polls neck and neck with Trump. And Kamala, they're throwing billions of dollars at her campaign. And Trump is actually beating her in certain areas.
Trolls. Just ladies.
So what's going on with Kamala's campaign? Where I know the K-Hive is in here somewhere. Where's the K-Hive? Because look, when you will out all of them celebrities and you still cannot get a major lead over Trump, you got the whole Hollywood system on your side. You got billions of dollars on your side. You got the left-wing media on your side, and you still cannot get a significant lead over Trump. That says a lot, ladies and gentlemen. And poor Kamala. Kamala's at her rallies. Some people are low-key booing her. They're heckling her. Let me play some of these clips, ladies and gentlemen, of how Kamala is doing at these rallies, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just
for criticism,
look at some of this stuff.
Supporting teaching scholarship.
Because she's getting booed out here. Who in the world is this texting me?
Copyright.
Right. When I go live and I'll start getting texts on
the Copyright Act
all
of
right.
1976.
So let's look at your girl Kamala and how she's faring at some of these rallies. Hold on. Hold on. Now you got people heckling and booing. Even when she brought Beyonce out, people were a little bit upset because they wanted to hear Bootylicious. They wanted to hear a song. They didn't want Beyonce to come out there talking for 4 minutes. But hold on, let's look at Kamala and how she's faring with the audiences out here. Hold on.
As a nation, we face real challenges. We carry as a nation.
Yeah, so she's like a deer in the headlights. She can't think on her feet. When people are coming at her, she freezes up, man. Hold on. Yeah, when I think she was at a church then, I'm not sure. But yeah, when people get at her, well, she freezes up, and she freezes up majorly. She cannot think on her feet. This is they said this was in Michigan. Some pro-Palestine people started getting at her. Hold on, let's check this out. Hold on. Check this out.
We are fighting for America's future, and we understand the opportunity we have before us to turn the page on the fear
because up there in Michigan, Trump was able to get a significant number of the Muslim voters up there, up in Michigan. Hold on, here's some more. Hold on, what is this? Which one is this? Yeah, they're heckling her and booing her all over the place. This isn't a good look. And she doesn't know how to handle it. She doesn't know how to do crowd control. She don't know how to handle it.
All right. Then you can all get the fuck on out. You feel like that. Don't sweat off my back. I can let you know. It's like I didn't see you for 3 years. I still won't see you. It is what it is. I had a whole can of black beans and crunch. I would throw that shit at her. Yeah, right. I don't know how would she handle it. She'd be like, a lot of, let him cook. Right? What are you angry about? How can I fix it?
Okay, yes, she can't control the crowd for nothing.
I mean, like,
yeah, when they getting at her, man, she just kind of stands there like a deer in the headlights.
Let him talk about it.
She don't know what to do. He gets to cackling and oh God, man. She doesn't know what to do. She freezes up. That's not a good look. She's a deer in the headlights, man. She don't know how to handle it. Like with Trump, I give Trump credit. If you get the heckling in a Trump rally, Trump, he gets bucked. He starts going on again on him. Get his ass out of here. You're fired. Trump, at least Trump can control the crowd.
But you
They're like, yo, go kick his ass. You're fired.
Hey, Lady Che.
I think you forgot about it.
Did you fall asleep late?
Yeah, no, I didn't fall asleep.
No, forget you. Well, I emailed you the link, Lady Che, so I don't know how you did it.
Well, first of all,
And
I had to go look on YouTube, and I was refreshing the page, and Saturday motherfucking ass was live. I was like, oh my God, he's live, and nobody told me so.
I texted you that we were live.
Jesse,
You don't read your text.
Hell no, not everybody stay with their fucking phone, cuz.
Well, she can't listen told, y'all. I emailed her and let her know. And I texted her. Yeah, Max285 said he's glad to have you here, Lady Che.
Well, somebody at least missed me. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I missed you tonight. I wish you could have. I did not ditch you. Yeah. How was it a ditch if you knew exactly where I was going to be at?
And a confirmation at 3 o'clock versus 6 o'clock is different. You know, everything happens. You could have confirmed. I messaged you like 9 times and asked you directly 4 times. And then I got to look at the Zoom, and there's your pug ass right there. And I've been waiting the whole time to look. Do I go? Just stay. Do I go? Answer me, because do I go? Are you going? Or you're not going? You going to? What you doing?
She's messaging me when I go live, y'all. Y'all seen her?
I don't even know that he's going live. I have no idea he went live. No idea whatsoever. Because I don't have anything like that.
You should have. You should be able to go live now.
There's no notification bell because it's like ding ding ding. Jesse Parris is going live with his million videos this week.
You gotta subscribe.
No.
You're not
That
subscribed.
was on your channel. It wasn't even on the Frontline Black News channel.
I know it was on my channel.
Do better, YouTube. Make a notification bell so it just bings every time, so I can get annoyed. I don't know. No, man, I was getting dressed. I was like, you saw my shit, like my hair and everything.
Oh, right.
Twist
I want
up.
to be in all that.
Oh, you're about to see it right now, fellas. Just give me a second. Did you see the video? Y'all saw the video, right? Of City Council?
Yeah, they were watching it. They watched the beginning. I don't know if it stayed the whole time, but they watched some of it.
Brandy gave him the business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I sure did. And if I had like 3 more minutes, it could have gone really raw. But they only gave me 3 minutes.
It's like your
How
purpose.
come when the whites go up, it feels like the longest 3 minutes, but when we go up, it's like 2 minutes or 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's what it feels like.
Because we get straight to the point. They just babbling. And the Muz was lying about that set team. That shit was horrible. Them people was lying like a mug talking about set was a good thing. Ain't nothing that shit.
I told you from jump it wasn't. I said it, well, from day one, I said it to everybody that was present. No. And you knocked on my tent, you catch these hands. And they were stitching. That's how I kept getting arrested. You know what I mean? And then it was a thing of motherfucking the Denver partnership, which you confirmed when you was running for mayor, just making videos.
Yep, when they did that boot camp.
Yeah. They didn't want to. That white lady, dude, she got buck. That old Karen fucking witch. That old witch.
That Rob was sitting right in front of me.
Yeah. What did she say when she left? Because she was hollering.
That's a bullshit. Something about y'all should laugh.
You don't have to. That's just how we love each other. I don't like him at all right now.
Y'all should afford respect to speak as you and all of that dumb shit. They was getting white guilt and white fragility.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, white tears. I said, white lives matter. Like, fuck that bitch. I was like, you know, right asshole. Not to mention, you should have checked it too. We both should have did it. We should check everybody, all the white folk talking about the most vulnerable.
Once me and you spoke, all that shit got checked immediately, and the mugs they was running for the hills. You see, they had like 6 security guards. One of them is Pop's cousin.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was trying to go, because we could have got up in there and professed the goodness to the inmates.
Yeah.
But, hey, you just won't check properly.
And you miss you a Monday.
Well, yeah, because somebody doesn't communicate properly.
They do. When truth hurts their ears. Yeah, they get white fragility.
Like, just on his 24/7. You don't miss a beat, but when it comes to bread, I had to wait like 6 hours. I got the receipt. I'm like, cut.
And I don't always get your text message notifications on this phone.
I was like, man. And then today, fellas, hard day for the dog. Very upsetting day for the dog. I vow I will never go to the doctors again. That's it. I've reached every level of bad news a motherfucker can get in one day. Got it. And I was like, cool, yeah, all right, I'm going home now. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, let me go home now. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, guess what, man? I'm here. I snuck in the back door. Jesse throughout the motherfucking link. You should take that down, Jesse, so you don't get non-black folk in here.
I already told them, they've already been warned. So if they come up here with that bullshit, because they're getting annexed immediately. They already got the disclaimer. I said only Lady Che come up here, not these weirdo ass trolls.
Yeah. See. Oh man, I can't really say online, but my heart and my lung are doing. The doctor said my heart's remodeling itself.
Well, that's good.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Not at all. Your heart's not supposed to do any of that shit. So, basically, my heart's doing some reshifting around on the right side, which is the bad side.
On the
bad. The lung. So it's like it's every time something happens, your heart takes like a little scar, like when I pass out or something bad happens, like if they have to do EKG, it creates a little heart scar. So everything the doctors don't tell me at the hospital, like for the ICU thing, remember I was in ICU?
Yeah.
Right? All that shit, they don't want to tell me nothing. So they act like there's nothing wrong. And then, so I get a doctor like I got today to check my knee, right?
Yeah.
I stopped working on my knee and went straight to the fucking meat and potatoes of the situation. The heart, the lung, the fact that I have hypothyroidism. That's an underactive thyroid, right?
Overactive.
Underactive.
No, not hyper.
No, yes, underactive, because that means I put on the weight, not lost the weight. Okay. So, like when I had my third child back in 2002 or 2002, I think. Yeah, 2002. Fuck, that was a long time ago. Anyway, she's like 21 now, so just do the math, okay? My thyroid went out. I couldn't drop the baby weight. Like my weight was like 150, 175 at the highest. And that's what I used to do a lot of exercise, like weightlifting, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so when my thyroid went out after my baby was born, I thought it was because of all the shit that would happen. Like they just were all up in the body, you know? My thyroid went out. I couldn't drop the baby weight. But it was just standard 30 pounds baby weight, you know? But it just would not come off. And then, like, everything happened. Like, hair was falling out. The whole reproductive system wasn't acting right. My mood was weird. The fucking weight. The weight was out of control. Like, out of nowhere, and I don't really eat, so I couldn't really figure out why the weight was like so much. You know, it just happened like overnight, like 40 pounds overnight, literally overnight. And it just kept coming, and then it plateaued. I was like, what's wrong? And they said it was, my blood work said my thyroid was underactive. So they put me on medicine, but the medicine did the worst shit a woman want, worst shit that can happen to a woman. It's like 8 years of fucking hemorrhaging. Every day, all day long, no relief. And then ghost, like fibromyalgia pains that women get, like black women get. I had like ghost pains in my legs that I couldn't control, like in my thighs for no fucking reason at all. And my hair, everything was just falling out. It was just like, oh my God. So they gave me medicine, but the medicine made it worse. So I stopped taking it.
Yeah,
and then I didn't take it at all for like 20 fucking years. Okay. So today there was discussion about take your motherfucking thyroid medicine. I was like, for what? No, then I had to ask the real questions because now I'm 44. Right? Yeah, no, I'm all scarred up. Like I'm really got strength. Like talk about a list of shit. Yeah. 7 comas and 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 grafts. 6 skin grafts. Yeah. On different places. Yeah. I can't even catch a virus right now if you want me to. And they trust me. They were trying to give me that motherfucking flu shot and a pneumonia shot. And I was like, no. They're like, pneumonia shot? I said, no, I'll get pneumonia immediately. What about a flu shot? Are you trying to kill me? No. Immediate. I can't go right down the street. I'll get sick. It's just like that. One, like I go in the hallway of Jesse's building, got a cold. Yeah, the doc said it was a combination of, it was a lot had to do with the stress, because when my heart went out, I was supposed to lead a very stress-free life. And before, like 8-9 years ago, I could handle stress. Like it was nothing. Like it was like, you know, nothing. I never really was too overstressed. Now it's like, because I live an angry fucking lifestyle, now everything's so heavy. And that, dude, my blood pressure in my heart was just bang, bang, bang. In my chest, it's like, calm down. I was like, I am calm. He said, no, calm down. I said, this is calm. You know what I mean? It's like you said, and I'm like, explain to you, he's like, your blood pressure's like 160 over 100. I was like, I feel fine. He's like, you're not fine. I feel fine. I feel great, actually. He's like, I said, but it would help if you fixed my knee. He's like, yeah, I'll be right back. And he's just straight up. He came back. He was like, paperwork, 4 weeks. Take this motherfucking medicine. Call me back. Yeah. That's what he said. He said, because my heart is only pumping on the right side and hardly on the left side. And because I have what is called unspecified COPD, which is like for smokers, which I don't really smoke. Let Jesse tell it, I smoke all the time. But if you've really seen it, I really don't smoke that much. And it just looks like a lot because I make it look good, like a long drag, but it's really not. I don't know how the fuck. He said, with that, he said, that's what he said. It's everything. But the doctors didn't want to tell me shit. So this has been going on for a minute. Like a long minute. Since they fixed, like long before they fixed my lung. Right? So they had it all there. They've been knowing what's going on with my heart. How many like every time I go in, there's a new war scar on the heart, because your heart just shows all the damage, all the traumas. Right?
Right.
Yeah, no, I like the taste of Newports. Okay. And I like to smoke a little bit when I'm drinking, just casually, you know, like a hit or two, but not too much, because drinking is kind of like make my asthma act up. But I don't know, I like to drink too. I just don't go to work. But I shouldn't be smoking as like they act like I'm smoking a whole motherfucking pack. I'm not Jesse. He won't let me hit it. It's like, look, for somebody who's been smoking cigarettes or smoking Newports since they were a little girl, because their mama smoked Newports and they like the taste of it, Kind of just reminds me of my mother, dude. I just like the taste of it. Like, Newport menthol. Yeah. 2 hits, I pass it back. Yeah, like I'm killing somebody.
But any hit is bad.
Yeah, no, my lungs collapsed already like 3-4 times.
Oh my god.
And I went into, like I said, I suffered like at least 7 comas by now already. And what I was talking to him about was my legs. Every time my legs go out, like they want to, like the knee drops or something, I usually end up in a coma somewhere. But I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to talk about the prevention of that. And I didn't realize, because nobody tells me nothing. The cardiologist who sees the shit, the pulmonologist, they're just acting like nothing's wrong. He was like a regular motherfucker. He's like, look. And he showed me the x-ray. My motherfucker, oh my God, dude. I looked at my heart and I was like, you can see the heart. This is your lungs full of fluid. This is the nodule. He said, and this is your heart. He said, which one is your heart? I was like, man, that motherfucker that looks like a Christmas ham right there. You know what I mean? That's how he used an x-ray, so that's what it looked like to me. This is probably looking at ham earlier in the store. But I was like, God damn, man. And it's just what you call it, scarring, built up. I don't know. He said it's remodeling itself. Remolding or rebuilding or some shit. I was just like, say what? What that mean? That sounds like so it's fixing itself? Because I thought only the liver could do that. He said, oh no, darling. It's doing some other shit. It's just making it. Like he said, I would have won the championship for who could survive the longest on a fucking bum heart. He's like, you'd win right now. You're like full of energy and everything. I was like, shit, I don't feel like nothing's wrong. And that's when it gets you. I was like, what? Oh, you tripping. I told him just like that. I was like, the heart would be the last thing that would really do it, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Just don't appreciate it, Mac. He don't appreciate it, and he ditched me today. You see how good he looked? He was out there just holding the camera, filming, acting all whatever, then getting in front of the thing, and I was waiting for him the whole time. It's like day 3. I try to watch movies with him. He's over there in his house. I try to wait for him all day. He didn't even answer me. I was like, yeah. All right. Whoop, whoop, chicken head. I would call Jesse a chicken head. I'm just saying that's all that's on my mind right now. I was like, fuck, man. And I could have left. I could have left to go over there because it was just one bus ride. But I was afraid that as soon as I walked out the door, they would call my name. And I couldn't access Zoom or nothing on the bus. Because I would be listening to rap music. I'd be there. I ain't even go front. I'd be listening to rap music all the way there. Yeah. He looked good today, too. Yeah, a little shit. I was like, you must have went home from the garden, huh, cuz?
No, I went to Pops. And then I went to what?
So you did gardening in your dress clothes?
No.
I call cap right now.
I wore my street clothes, took my dress clothes, and changed at Pops.
I would like to be the detective, but it's not even worth it right now. No, I'm glad he got over with.
Thanks,
I was really glad because I don't think they could have respected my twist. Plus, I would have got mad. That bitch would have got it always too. Because I don't. I'm like, sit it down, snowflake.
Yeah, well, we had to
white tears don't matter.
Yeah, like your time is up. Your time is up. Your time is up. Your time is up.
Yeah. I'm like, sit it down, old snowflake. Here's a fuck what you crying about. Oh, bougie ass motherfucker. You ain't crying about shit. And stop saying under fucking the most honorable. Yeah, and the church, white church too. You know what I mean? Like white church too. We're here with 12 other, delegations. All here.
Yeah,
most vulnerable.
this is very.
Yeah. Man, did you see Biden apologize to natives? Yeah.
He apologized to who?
Man, you ain't hip to it. I can't tell you about it.
You talking about the Americans? Oh yeah, I remember that.
He did a whole apology. He's the GOAT.
He's supposed to be.
No, he's the GOAT right now. Dude, he's solving motherfucking shipping wars. He's solving all kind of shit. He clouded Trump. He selling these the Native American people. He's doing the most right now. I was like, please, God, you say, but what did he do? I never seen it what happened. What was the end of that? Did he give him more shit?
He hasn't given.
All right, let's get to your show. I'm sorry for the interruption.
Already receiving. He hasn't given them any more. He hasn't given them any more than what they're already receiving. They've already got their reparations. We've been uncovered this 5 years ago. All these other groups got paid, but us.
Yeah, I'm tired of white people coming and fucking up shit though. Yeah, when we're like Palestine, and I'm like, how to get on the res?
Right.
How to get on the res?
One of my native friends had to go back to the res.
Hey man, I'll never go back. They beat me for 30 days straight and said I wasn't one of them. And I'm cool on that. I was like, got way too ugly for me. Shit.
Those are the Mongols. You ain't no damn Mongoloid.
I don't know, man. My pretty skin and curly hair was like, no. Took that ass for 30 days directly. And got kicked out. My mama was like, don't say the bell. She's a gang member. I was like, oh my God.
That good old Job Corps.
Good old Job Corps. That was other like, bitch. I didn't say don't send me back, but tell him I wasn't smoking weed. I was after 30 days. I was already starting to get out. I mean, like 20 days in, I was already starting to, give back. They had to get a whole bunch of bitches. It was like, man, they made it hard for broad to live. Like, you looking at my man, not that ugly, dusty fuck. No. No. Yeah, man. They just think that, when they call you out your race, they let you know. They let you know. They say you're not one of them. You're not one of them. What can you do?
Right.
The bitches were big, cuz they were like your size with man hands, okay? Man hands. Big bitches, solid bitches, okay? Like your size that you are now, with big basketball clutching man hands and fucking pothole faces and straight black hair, okay? I'm little, with little hands and little pretty curly hair and fair skin like a motherfucker, and didn't look like them. They were darker. I was lighter. I was funny. They didn't think I was funny, and I guess they thought I was looking at their native their men. I'd never. No, I was white. Like maybe if he was melanated, like Aboriginal type, you know what I mean? But not $5 Indian type, for what we understand now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's straight up $5 Indian right there.
Now it's all convoluted. Now everybody's Chicano or Mexican, so hard to say.
Bell Max 285. That's right. We will win.
That's true, Mac. I ain't lost hope. And this shit's almost a wrap, and then we could get back to business as usual of being black, unapologetic, and giving it to them. It's almost over. Go ahead, Jesse. I'm ready. Sorry for interrupting your show. Let's get it. Yeah, like John Redcourt. Dude, did you ever see the man called Horse? They hung that motherfucker up by his titties and shit. And the chief, oh my God, that was a long time ago. Motherfuckers scalping fools and shit.
Kamala. She's just standing there like a deer in headlights. And then what she does, she gets in front of she's doing
sorry for the interruption.
New accent, ladies and gentlemen. She has a new accent. I guess she was at a black church. So she tried to take on a Southern FBA cadence, a Southern Baptist cadence where she's trying to sound soulful. And it's just so ridiculously cringe. We thought the Thank a Union member was cringe. I mean, it just gets cringier and cringier. This is her new accent that she's unveiling, ladies and gentlemen. She has a new Southern FBA accent, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this is Martin Luther Kamala. Here's her new accent.
Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. The path may seem hard, the work may seem heavy, but joy cometh in the morning. And church morning is on its way. Weeping may endure.
So now she's doing the Southern FBA Baptist thing. Okay. Woman, if you don't go eat some damn biryani chicken. Oh, Lord.
Cometh in the morning.
Are you interested in learning more about the Church of Jesus Christ?
Come on in.
Just say that.
One more time. Hold on. One more. Let me play it one more time. Hold on.
Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. The path may seem hard, the work may seem heavy, but joy cometh in the morning. And church morning is on its way.
You know, sounds like they're trying to get her to sound like Jesse Jackson. Oh, Lord, these accents. Joy cometh in the morning. Doing her mouth all wide. Praise his name, hallelujah. Joy cometh in the morning. Raise his hand, hum shalalala. Joy coming in the morning, and you better thank a union member. Just doing her mouth all crazy.
Like that typical pastor plate.
They're trying to have her sound like Jesse Jackson.
Oh, it's gross.
She's going to start coming out talking just like Jesse Jackson next. That's going to be the new accent.
You didn't do it well.
You'll have to vote for Dignity, and next Wednesday will be Dignity Day. All for me is a vote for democracy. And I want to encourage everybody to get out there and vote. Vote like you've never voted before. Vote like your life depended on it. You better thank a union member. So, she's gonna come out sounding just like Jesse now. Don't let Donald Trump ruin democracy. I am Kamala, and I am somebody. It's not a matter of who, but when, but not when, but now. Just saying random slang terms.
For the little tip by the river.
Oh, goodness. So, yeah, these accents they're giving Kamala, man. These accents they're giving this woman, it's so damn ridiculous at this point. It's getting ridiculous. The family. Listen. Let's get into why they're sinking. The numbers are not getting any better. Family, let's get into the 10 reasons. I'm going to give you 10 reasons why Kamala is failing right now. Why none of this is working. None of this is working, ladies and gentlemen. Her momentum, it's stalling. This is the deal. All right, number one, ladies
you might get your corporate jet this time.
The number one reason that her campaign is stalling and it's not going the way they need it to go is because of lack of authenticity.
We're gonna fight about it.
That right there, these fake ass accents. The audience, the black folks are not dumb. we
Oh, you
feel
didn't have no brother. I had a
patronized,
brother.
like you're patronizing
That
us.
caught
Like,
many of
it's
us.
damn near mocking us to a
Many of a
certain degree.
trifling ass whooping out of that shit.
With all these janky
Hey,
little
that's why we're
jive ass
upstairs. Like, see
accents
how
you're
it is right
doing.
now.
Sometimes when you try too hard to become relatable and you're not authentic, that's going to backfire on you. The second reason why the campaign is sinking to a certain degree, she has a poor track record as vice president. All right. Her office, her vice presidency has not been anything to write home about, and we know what her track record is in California. Yeah. Also, her policies, that immigration, that's a problem right now. That was her thing. She's stomping for immigration. So her track record is biting her in the ass. You understand? That track record is a beast. The third thing, ladies and gentlemen, is over-reliance on celebrity endorsements. That's the thing. See, look, they think that's a strength, but it's actually a weakness, because the thing is, the fact that you're not able to mobilize support based on your policies and your record, so you have to put up celebrities as smoke screens. And we see it. See, this celebrity thing is backfiring. Because when we say, hey, man, look, what kind of policies are we going to get with you? Look, it's Beyonce. All right, that's cool. Hey, I love Beyonce. But yeah, when you get elected, how is my family going to eat? Yeah? Yeah, we can't do that, Beyonce. No. We like Beyonce, but no, we don't give a damn. All right, we can go watch a Beyonce concert when we watch a Beyonce concert.
On HBO.
Yeah? So yeah, that ain't cutting it. So this over-reliance on celebrity endorsements,
I thought the funniest clip there.
This is backfiring on them because people see it as a desperation ploy, ladies and gentlemen. And the fourth thing, the failure to address policy concerns.
This is her website. Here with this fraudulent shit. It's not funny. Oh, she took the other. Here it is. Black.
What is it? Yeah, it almost makes you disgusted in your words, really, if you think about it. God, do better. I mean, this is anybody just giving pacifying fucking conversation. Like, God, man, you got a whole plethora of words you can go with. You actually do some shit. And, like, it's just really sad because, like, at some point, you're going to have to stop pandering to the brothers and sisters, but you're just going to have to stop because you really only got 6 days, and I'm sure the other races are feeling some kind of way. What's that? Like, show us some love. Kamala over here, pick me.
So they
our city do this whole pick me energy. Gross.
Ridiculous, man.
Very desperate.
It's damn ridiculous. So she will not address any articulate and a cohesive manner. That's a problem. Also, now the fifth reason why she's losing is the disconnect with the Black community. You see, the foundation of Black Americans in particular.
Thirst is real.
You see, they got her out here. She's supposed to appeal to Black voters, but here's the thing. They were not expecting a delineation movement with foundational Black Americans. See, they weren't expecting that. This delineation movement blindsided them. They weren't expecting us to stand on lineage business like this. This kind of came out of nowhere for them. They didn't expect us to stand on lineage business, ladies and gentlemen.
I think in this aspect,
she's not connected with the Black community like she thinks she is,
A good
because we
result
see her
during the
as a
election.
tether. Yeah, we
Yeah,
see her
black
as a damn tether, which she is, who doesn't have the interest of foundational Black
numbers
Americans
drop.
at hand. So when they're running around trying to do the Black because we got melanin, we on the grassroots said, hey, no. We got a different criteria in which we are judging the Blackness. We ain't all just one big Negro. We're not doing the one big Negro. We're looking at what lineage are you coming from. We've already done the whole one big Negro with Obama. That didn't work for us. Obama was a debacle. Oh, where are we at? Oh, hold on. Am I good? Oh, what the hell? Oh, what happened? Wait. What the hell?
A whole bunch of stuff
man.
happening.
Damn.
So nobody's left to read. We're all watching.
Okay, hold on.
Daddy.
Okay, there we go.
I felt like Jesse right there with 1,000 windows. Right
Okay,
there.
am I back?
The
All right.
of 89,000 windows open at the same
Okay,
time.
yeah, my internet is tripping. I don't know why it's going in and out. All right.
Cause hot.
All right, we in here. All right. I'm good.
I think I got it less.
When we're speaking truth to power, the internet starts acting up, right?
Damn right.
Right when we start speaking truth to power, that internet starts acting up, right? Man. All right. I never left them good. Okay, yeah. It's been bopping in and out here. So I'm gonna chop up game as fast as I can. I'm gonna try to take my time because I want to sit here and just really dissect this stuff. So yeah, like I said, she's not connecting with the Black community like they think she is. And we are the base of the Democrats. And we are understanding our political power and we're flexing our political power. They're not used to that. And then that brings us to the sixth reason, ladies and gentlemen, why Kamala Harris and the Democrats are falling flat. The lack of vision and lack of charisma. Let's be real, family. There is no vision. All of that babbling, that's not happening. And all of these stiff, rehearsed talking points that Kamala has when she's doing these speeches, the minute anybody pushes back on her, she falls apart. So the truth is, man, Kamala, she really doesn't have a lot of charisma. Kamala, let's be real, she doesn't have a lot of charisma. She can't think on her feet, and that's a turnoff as a voter. You understand? That's a turnoff.
I feel like she's the trigger to run off. Like
the minute somebody boos her or the monitor clicks off, anytime there's some kind of pushback, but she just falls apart. She has a damn nervous breakdown. So her charisma level is not there.
Yeah,
she doesn't have the charisma.
Let him cook.
All right, now number 7, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what I would have said.
We kicked them out
We
that,
don't really
out
know.
that rally.
That party wants to throw canned
She
food
kicked
at
them out that rally.
What?
But she kicked them out the rally for saying Jesus is Lord or Jesus is King. And she kicked them out for that reason.
Kick them out. I thought she just told them where to go, or if they were in the wrong spot, or some kind of crazy shit. Because why would you turn around like, wait?
Come out.
Here's my question: didn't the evangelists, some of the evangelists, the Christian evangelists, go and want to be on her side too? Like this question mark, because I thought I read that, but don't quote me on it.
That's news to me. As far as I know, the evangelists have been back in the dump since 2016.
Yeah, but not everybody's riding with him now, because it's kind of everything touches bad juju right now.
They got their own brand of nationalism now called Christian nationalism. That's cool on them. I know they're going with the dump.
No, I thought they took their money too. Because he wasn't white enough. Or he was doing the white thing. You know what I mean? They don't like diversity. Think about Republicans are not really FBI.
No, you thinking of David Duke?
No, I'm thinking about Nick Fuentes and
Nick
Christian.
Fuentes ain't even white.
No, he isn't, but he's their honorary white.
But he don't count.
Yes, he does.
He does not.
Yes, he does.
You'll see him as a mutt, as a wasp. You'll never.
We see him as that. We see him on TikTok eating black people's chicken and kicking it. We see that, but they don't. He speaks for them. Look it up.
Okay. Either way, we're going for the actual whites, and that is the Jared Taylor's, the what was that fool's name at Charlottesville? Jared Taylor. Jared Taylor. Yeah, Jared Taylor. What is Richard Spencer? Richard Spencer. Gavin McGinnis.
They're letting their honoraries. Man, you of all people, you did a whole show about this. Way back about the honorary Cuban white nationalists that are, like Hispanic in descent, but got the honorary white card to speak on them and shit. You speak on national shit.
You talking about the Zimmermans? I'm talking about the actual real McCoy crackers.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, he's not.
I'm talking about white nationalists, and fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene is over there hugged up on Nick Fuentes. Like, let me introduce you at the Christian Nationalist Conference. That's what I'm talking about. And fucking Shittenhouse is like whatever, and then all of a sudden they pull in their endorsements. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was one section of them, but you're grouping them all with evangelists. The evangelists have been
white nationalists, separate white Christian evangelists, separate.
It's called separation of church and state. They actually
separate entity. That's two separate things. White nationalists, white Christian evangelists. MAGA.
No,
you know what I mean? Like that's all different.
Those are all different sections of the same white right wing of the bird.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They're just different fractions.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So, but they're not all pulling their support for the dump. That's what I was saying.
I want to know. Okay, all right. What I said was that maybe a month or so, Nick Fuentes was talking about you gotta go on a whole campaign to pull that money. Did they do it or they did not do it? Question mark.
You don't have no pull.
Yes, you do.
No.
Yes, you do.
You don't. Not amongst the.
Look it up. Yes, he do.
Don't.
Yes, he do.
You don't have no pull like that.
Yes, he does.
He's not up there with no damn David Duke. He's not up there with no damn Gavin McGinnis. He's not up there with any of them hardcore white supremacists. Straight up Aryan Brotherhood.
All right, if that's the case, why he get to go off about, JD Vance is white and talk about, look, he's going to represent our white values because he has a whole Indian wife and children named Vivek.
He's auditioning. He's auditioning. Yes, he is. He's auditioning.
For how many years do you think he got to audition, cuz?
He'll never be white. So as long as that takes for him to
I don't see him switch you back to anything but white.
He's not white, though.
He is white.
He's white passing Hispanic. And they'll never
white. Yeah, okay, yeah. Hey, man, but the motherfucker operate, act, look, and carry himself like a whole motherfucking white man.
Until they're done with his ass and they
TikTok showing him eating chicken with niggas.
They just fired Sneeko. Sneeko just got demonetized and all kinds of shit. Like fresh. Another passing Hispanic that was down with them and doing nigga jokes and eating chicken and watermelon.
No, he was. Nick Fuentes was straight eating fried chicken. He straight was waiting for it and everything.
I'm talking about the other one. It was like 3 of them mugs.
I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry. I don't know about that.
It was him, Sneeko, and this other cat.
I don't even know who that is.
Sneeko is another damn Nick Fuentes.
Not yet.
He's more he looks more Latino than white, but he's still one of the white passing Hispanics.
Oh man, I wish you could show me a clip later so I can know who you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was just curious if they had pulled their support, but we don't know, so we'll have to delve deep later on for that. But
we know that David Duke.
Yeah, David Duke is David Duke's David Duke, but you know, got the motherfucking. What about the Patriot?
Grand Imperial Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. It don't really get no higher than that.
Yeah, but I didn't even say but. You see his son. You see how his son is, though. So I'm pretty sure he ain't really doing all that now. Son, a whole. I believe he's transgender-ish. I believe. I remember correctly.
Gavin McGinnis,
That's son.
Duke's son.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that's Karma right there.
I think. I think I remember reading that. Man, I have to look. Though that might be a hot boy statement. I don't have to look. But yeah, they had a whole thing. You know, he's feeling some kind of way about how you treat the LGBTQ community or some shit like that. I think. Could be a hot boy statement. I have to look it up while we're listening to Tariq. Don't quote me.
We're not debating.
No, we're not debating. I was just asking him a question, and we don't know. You know, real shit. Yeah, I think he was. You know, like feeling some kind of way, like, you know, about it, and then he started to, you know, get in his gender affirming some shit, something crazy like that. It's on the news and everything. They only had a little brief moment with it. I was like, what? I shared it on Twitter. And that was that.
Okay.
I was like, I don't care what them folks do. They've been riding the gay agenda
We're not rocking.
Yes, since 1973.
Yeah. That's the other thing, too. You go into the clinic, bro, shit, this is how a Democratic agenda is. They're only talking about gender affirming shit in Spanish.
Oh, wait.
Sit in my clinic, Spanish. They talk about reproductive rights or reproductive shit. Only if it has to do with IVF, gender affirming hormone therapy, gender affirming conversation, gender affirming. I mean, there's like a list of 9 things. Most of it was in Spanish. One sentence was gender affirming reproductive family planning is it family planning? Yes. Birth control? Yes. IVF referrals? Yes. I like gender affirming referral. That it would all into it. I was like, is that all you do here? Like, and I'm kind of wondering. Now I started looking around. I was like, I never see no men up in here, other than doctors. I really started looking around. All of a sudden, I was like, there's never any men in here. There's always Hispanic women in here, and then motherfuckers like me, and then elders.
Yeah.
But never Black elders. Just elders. Like, you know, white and Hispanic elders. And then there's me. I feel like I'm the only motherfucker that's different. And then with Jesse comes yeah. Weird, right? I didn't notice till today. It's like, where are all the men? There ain't never no men. No boys. No nothing. No young men or nothing. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
They just had this new little thing on the desk. Told me to sign in and everything. I was like, I can't sign this. That means I can't come here if I sign this. I'm not getting none of these services. I might ponder this service, though. Hey, like, come on now. But, I mean, that's for later conversation. What the fuck is going on here? Yeah. Reproductive rights and gender affirming stuff, like a whole list, 9 shits, and it was in Spanish. I kept looking for the thankfully I read 5 languages. But goddamn, man, if I didn't know how to read, I would have been like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
New shit at the clinic.
At South Street?
Jesse, do I go to South Street anymore?
You talking about the one on Ogden?
Do I go to South Street anymore, sir?
No, but when you said the clinic, that's what came
That's
to
where
mind.
where's my clinic at, Jesse?
On Ogden.
There you have it. There you have it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fuck Stout Street. If I go to Stout Street, I might cry or something. They turned it around. I was like, no wonder everything's weird. I'm not even noticing that the trend. There's no other doctors. There's never no black doctors anywhere. Everybody's Hispanic. I wasn't paying attention. I was just too concerned to mind my own goddamn business.
I don't know. The last time I was there, I seen a couple of black doctors.
In the same Suite 400. Where are they hiding at?
Not at Suite 400, because I'm talking about South Street.
No, I'm not. Why the fuck? Why are we talking about that? I haven't been there in like a year, cuz I don't go there. I tell a more quality doctor. I thought. Well, shit, they keeping it real over there. They don't give a fuck if they hurt my feelings or not. They're like, well, look, we gotta give you this news. Because apparently everybody's scared to give it to you. So give it to me plain. That's from a movie.
So the musty man got a transgender son too. Surprise, surprise.
Well, what do you expect? He's a boy.
Yeah. Right.
I can't even talk shit. Let me take that comment back. I apologize. I can't even talk shit. I got my own issues. I forgot my song. I forgot. They don't talk to me, man. I forgot I had children too. My bad. Let me take that hop away. Deflammatory statement back. I got my own issues too. I can't dig it, but man, fuck. I forgot. I forgot. Okay, carry on, Jen. So you got a transgender son. Is he ass too?
It reminded me of the transhumanism that Tariq was talking about like a year ago.
No, I forgot about my oldest and my youngest. I mean, they like what they like, and they are who they are, I completely forgot about them because they don't talk. They don't even like me. They refuse to talk. It's not what you think, family. If it is, that's on them because I just don't like surprises. Send me a message before I get there. I got fuck me red nails on. Okay, cool. J-Lo earrings. Bitch. All right. Like, just give me a heads up so I don't act all crazy. Like, no. Whose idea was this? I said go to college and live your best life, but not like that. No, look what you did to my curls. It's way too much product. What is this tattoo? You're just asking for the wrong shit. It's to say you're selling dick, man. I don't understand. No, man. I forgot. So I can't be making hot boy statements when they don't like that I had children and they don't fuck with me. I forgot that I had children. No, real shit. I forgot. I totally forgot. Because look, you've been around all this time. Where have you seen them?
Only one.
Rarely, right?
Yeah.
Right. There you go. And in that case, it's a whole different individual. I tried, family. I tried. They don't like me. They'll grow into it. They'll forget. They'll eventually, in like 10 years, somebody will come looking for me. Yeah, let them live. They're like 21 and like 26. They got too much shit going on in their personal lives to be bothered with. Little me. I'm cool with that too. Shit. I'm who I am.
Damn, Georgie 26 now?
I think so. 98?
That was 20, almost 30 years ago.
Yeah. My progeny, my first. Yeah, I didn't do it on purpose. I thought leaving him around, that he would become more masculine, or at least not a mama's boy. I knew he was gonna be gay from jump. Just like I knew my little girl would be gay from jump. It wasn't like a big deal. It's them. The new generation is weird. Like, you can't talk to them about shit. They're like emo-ish about shit. Everything's a problem. Everything's weird. Yeah, and I just wanted to talk to him about. Like, I didn't even want to talk to him about their shit because how would I not know? I brought them in the world. You know what I mean? So there isn't anything you couldn't talk to me about. They made it weird. You know what I mean? They made it weird. They made it like there's something wrong because I don't do shock value very well. Like, give me a little heads up. Like, don't come off with no wild ass shit, especially after if you haven't seen me in a while, and then or disrespect me, because I am a woman. I don't play, but my son's been contentious for a minute. He's been contentious since like fucking 2000 and something, man. He's been contentious. It's not that I don't respect him, but I don't respect the tackiness of it all, and the sassy, the real feminine, bougie way of talking to me, like he's better than me when he can't be better than the exact motherfucker you ended up being like. You know what I mean? You do the same shit I do, so how can you be better than the exact replica? The only thing there was like I went to school, I was whatever, motherfucker. You got a good life I gave you. It's whatever. But the fact is, don't disrespect me. I didn't disrespect him. I never called them out of their character. The thing is that can I just be straight? Can I be a straight woman? If you just do you, you know what I mean? It's not a thing, really. You know what I mean? I had a feeling. Just don't do no weird shit. Just let me know from jump. I'm gonna have to be expecting you in a dress. You know what I mean? Or her. Just let me know. No, I don't co-sign that surgery because you say you want to be a stud. I could dig it. Now I understand. All right, you a stud. But fight back, bitch. Like, don't let no bitch punk you because we just don't do that type of shit. But other than that, like, there was nothing else I could say. Except I'm saddened that they don't like me for right now, but fuck it. They'll come around. You know what I mean? They'll come around. That's what happens when, I came around, kind of, a little bit, maybe. You know what I mean? The villain's the villain. She didn't want me still, or she didn't like me, or whatever. We tolerate each other in little microdoses. Cool. This is why we love each other.
Oh my God.
Really, honestly, I reached out. They didn't want to talk to me. Like right now, I reached out to my daughter like for the last 2 months straight. And she's not fucking with me at all. I feel like paying her Netflix, throwing her some change in her Cash App, and telling her, hey, I see you down bad, just smiling and moving on. Right? There's a little change, bitch. Saw you was doing bad. I paid you Netflix. Now you can watch it. And she's mama, this one, not the white Jewish looking one. The old frumpy ass, ugly ass, fucking old bitch looking ass bitch. She just let me stop that old hoe ass, bitch out. Motherfucker. She saw me. I'm glad she seen me. Number 2 twice. She seen me in her life and she fucking was like, oh, hoe ass, ugly ass, hoe ass, motherfucking Jew ass, curly fucking white bro shit. The fuck is that? Frumpy ass, motherfucking ugly, no confidence, having ass, fat, sloppy ass bitch.
The best slob is
Gross, man, bossing a nigga around, bossing a whole white man around. Just like, bitch, you ain't shit. And you got my kids feeling all self-conscious and weird. Man, you done poisoned my motherfucking apple tree, cuz. Just our general principles. Oh, cuz I wish I could. Man, I should probably just go right on that right now. Real shit, because I you know what I mean? Like, my apple tree spoiled. It's poisoned. Look, man, she got my whole kid acting like a whole Karen. My kid wasn't raised like that. My kid was raised around us.
Right.
Us, family. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people loved her. A lot of black people, a lot of good people, a lot of people. And now she's just a whole white lady.
That's
That's how I feel about it, guys. She's different. She's different to me. That's different. Hey, if you could tell them, you can tell, like, look, I don't let Satan touch me. I don't let the devil touch me. You know, it's because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I felt that day. And I took it back, but I didn't take it back. I've been trying to talk to her, but not busy. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm pay her a little $6 Netflix, throw her some change, a little cash it, and then go right on her bitch ass, punk ass, Jew ass, poor ass, having ass, white ass, bitch, rich ass, motherfucking, bitch ass, motherfucking, that bitch is so ugly, cuz. Like, oh, frumpy ass, motherfucking, no job having ass, low confidence, no self-esteem ass having ass, bitch. Man, I'm at it. I'm gonna take something too. Fuck it.
Ugly white woman, y'all.
My eyes at your dad's husband too. Fuck it. Now she didn't want to see no Black Panther in the corner. That's what she saw that day.
Yeah.
She saw me in all my blackness.
Mm-hmm.
And then my kid was like, "Come on, mother, turn around, don't look over there." I'm like, "What? What the fuck? What? I just got here, baby. Oh, just look at her talking all bad. Well, come on, mother. She's talking all bad about you, though, baby." I mean, you should go let. Hell no, I'm gonna let her talk. All right, you for real, cuz. Come on, mommy, get on the elevator. Like, oh, weird ass, frumpy ass, Jew having ass, poor ass having ass, ugly ass bitch.
I said, "Is this the broad?" They're like, "Yep." That's
Yeah.
her.
She looked. She saw how she looked at me.
Yeah.
She had to have all the people around. It was court. She had to have all the people around. These hands don't have no respect.
Mm-hmm.
I got no respect. No, man, she took the best years of my fucking life. Dude, she put me in a coma and she took my kid. You know what I mean? Like, and poisoned my apple tree. Poisoned my apple tree. I can't re-heal my apple tree, though. Have you ever seen a tree that's been poisoned?
Yes.
You can't re-heal it. You can love it all you want, play James Brown and sing to its little leaves. Then you're gonna go right. You're gonna be right after that. It's been poisoned. It's like salted it. Somebody salted it. And now it's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Poison my apple tree. I'm a principal. And she's been stalling out my ass whooping to this lady for years. I'm like, come on, man. Just let me go. No. Or what? You gonna call the law. And the first motherfucking time a motherfucker paid to Adams County. And so what? She gonna call the police like, and you don't want to go to jail, so what? What jail ever did them before? Nothing. What they gonna do? Nothing. Is it an assault charge? Says who? You hear me? Because she's white, she says so. There has to be a really good reason. I mean, it's not like it would match the jacket. That's my defense. Did she have it coming? I don't know. Did she? Dude, I mean, honestly, man, like, kid said I couldn't do it. I respected her, but the lady wasn't respectful. But I don't know why the kid would stall out. Like, I'm for the street. Look, a motherfucker disrespect me. I'm like, look, I'm gonna go around this corner. Like, I can't stop you how you feel. Like, why should you stop that ass with me? She stopped ass whooping many times because she said that, you know, that look, she thinks that lady's her mama, so let that lady be her mama. Even though we know goddamn well that's not her motherfucking mama. I'm her mama. And
that's her kidnapper.
No, that's the lady that said she matched the fucking furniture. That's what she said. I didn't say it. She said it. I would never say that. You know? I said we got her because she matched the decorum. Okay.
Wow.
But the little girl don't know any different. You know, I mean, she was little when they took her. She was like 7 years old. So she thought these people, you know, they gave her everything. Look, you ain't getting everything with me. So they gave her a broom and all the freedom in the world and everything and the excess and fancy things. You ain't getting it. If I don't have none of that, why you get that? You know what I mean? Just, let's go outside or let's take a walk or you mean can I have an iPad? Can I have one? No. Can we go to the movie? Sure. Let's ride the bus. Let's eat ice cream. You know, if I didn't have it growing up, those are things that are like non-necessities. They're like luxuries, how it was put to us. These are luxuries. And with luxuries, you got to earn them. They're like privileges. They're like, you know, you got necessities, wants, and luxuries. You know, and she was getting luxuries. So naturally, you don't want to go back with a woman that carried you in her fucking coat and, you know, had a whole pound and sold all that until she got an apartment for your little ass. Did a demotion? You don't want that. Of course, you want fucking paint your room whatever color and sleep on a big old bed and watch cartoons and do whatever and you know what I mean? Have fancy things. Go ahead. Like I can't compete with none of that shit, dude. Because that's not love. That's not love. That's not, you know, rearing. Like that's why you get away with all those white people antics of yelling in your face, slapping the door and shit. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't do that. I turn around and walk away from my mama. She tried to slap the fuck out of me. Real shit. Or she tell me not to walk away or turn my back on her.
Yeah.
Or she grabbed me by my arm or pull my hair or something stupid like that. Or she's like, excuse me, and I just know, you know, even though it's my mother had that way of fear that I didn't like. Yeah. And she hit me one time, and that still resonated with me just once. Mm-hmm. I still, my little bottom lip was still, you see her stuttering? Yeah. Just thinking about it. But that little girl had no fear. And then, you know, she didn't have no fear. She's like them kids are out of control. Them kids don't respect shit. They call you bitch, slam your door, kick in your door. They tell you, give me 5 minutes alone. Bow, 5 minutes up. What's it? Hold my hand. No, bitch, get the fuck up out of here. Satan. Right. Hell no. Just let me talk to you. No, bitch, you're crazy. Fuck no. No, what is there talking about? I'm scared. I might do something crazy. And then I can't do anything to her because I've already been in jail for it. Yeah. Now, as a grown motherfucker, I do something to her. That's it. I already have a charge. I already had a case. They're like, damn, you waited 20 years to get at her again? Man, they didn't even like her. They ain't gonna hear that. They're just gonna see exactly what they saw last time. This time, except she an adult and she looked like a little white girl, and here's me. They start screaming and hollering and shit. And here's me. They ain't even like that because our fucking just ain't even like that. Fuck you, Nana. Yeah, man. That's why you don't like me, man. So let it be. I'll throw some change at the little girl though. Yeah. I'm gonna pay her $6 Netflix. Throw some change in and be like, I see you doing bad. Down bad, huh? She come over here and watch these scary movies and get this burrito. Miss you. Like that. Yeah. What is he talking about anyway?
With Kamala, and the reason why that ship is sinking is because of the baggage from the Biden administration. There's a lot of baggage. inflation, immigration, foreign policy. Some of Biden's shrapnel is rubbing off on her too. Biden is a mess. We see how he talks to the Black community and how he so, you know, she kind of, it's the guilt by association thing as far as that. The Democrats as a whole, their policies are not looking good with them doing these weird things, promoting them to children. That's just very unpopular. And she's still talking about promoting that stuff. That whole thing, Trump and those guys ran some very effective ads where she was using her own words. Yeah. And Tim Walsh, they're talking about putting tampons in boys' restrooms and allowing gender reassignments for prisoners. Who in the hell is down for that? Who asked for that? So that's a policy that they're running on, and that's a turnoff to a lot of people.
So when that inmate got that one guy pregnant, he was locked and loaded when he went in there. So a lot of that baggage from the Democrats and the Biden administration, that's rubbing off.
Oh my God.
Another thing, number 8, is the overemphasis on identity politics. See, while representation and diversity, that's good. The thing is, they're leaning on identity politics,
so he went in there
instead of a policy. Loaded. Well, Kamala Harris is going to be the first woman of color to run for president, or she would be the first woman of color. She's going to be the first Black woman, but when she wins, she'll be the first Asian woman. Then she'll be the first Indian woman. So it's a bunch of symbolic numbers. They're overemphasizing on these symbolic nothing burgers. All right, that's a problem. They're overemphasizing on a lot of symbolic nothing burgers that people are just not down with. And number 9, which is very important, there's a lot of discontent among the Democratic base. On the inside, we've been hearing a lot of stuff going on the inside with the Democrats. A lot of people within the Democratic Party feel a certain way about her. They know that she's not really a good candidate. You know, remember, she was just kind of thrown out there. They were kind of having reservations about that, but they didn't have anybody else. When Biden's just basically went cuckoo, they really didn't have anything else. So they got kind of desperate. So they're like, okay, this is the only person with a little name recognition because she's the VP. So let's throw her out there. They didn't have anybody else. So she just got kind of thrown out there. Nobody voted her in. And there were people within the Democratic Party who's like, hey, man, you know, she's kind of a weak candidate. And we know it and they know it. All right? Now, number 10, ladies and gentlemen, which is the real deal, the reason why the Democrats and Kamala Harris's campaign is sinking right now. The ship is weak, grassroots support. That's you guys. You guys who are listening right now. You guys are the reason why she's stalling out and the reason why it's your power. Your power of getting on code. You use your power of not letting them gender divide us. We didn't fall for that gender divide nonsense. Foundational Black American men and women stood on family business. We all stood here together saying, no, that ain't it. We didn't let them play that gender divide stuff. Foundational Black American men, we're rocking with the sisters, and the FBA sisters are rocking with us. We have each other's back. We're looking out for the best interests of us as a Black family. And as a grassroots family, we said, nah.
That's why the most beautified.
They know what we want. They know we want tangibles. They know what we went to DC for. Right. They saw it. They heard it.
Like really, really unified.
So we want folks to
be proud of.
No,
we weren't really, taking care of each other.
What our power support. Those are the reasons why your girl is not doing so well.
Huh.
Yeah.
It ain't my girl.
This is why her campaign is crashing and burning. Next week is going to be very interesting. Next week is going to be very, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Man, but there's a lot of other stuff going on, family. Yeah. Have y'all the Little Dirk situation? Where am I, Chicago?
All right. So, what are your thoughts, Lady Chair, on Kamala and the Democratic ship sinking?
I don't know, man. Like I said earlier, somewhere else. I was on Black vacation, so for the most part, I was on code. We said we were fucking with them, we were fucking with them. So I really wasn't there with y'all with it because I really didn't think we should be talking about them. I still don't believe that we should be talking about them. I came out of it because you drugged me out of it for a minute. But Cornel West is my candidate. As far as like, I did see what Tariq was saying the other night about immigration policy. And that really kind of skimmed it. I don't even know what to say at this point about that. I mean, it's just. I'm just glad he didn't sell out, man. It gave me hope. So, and I'm not really too disappointed. I haven't turned in my ballot. It's whatever. So, I'm still gonna keep to my word. I said I was gonna do that, and that's what I believe in. I don't believe I was making a wrong choice. I just wish that, like any other, candidate, do you want to see the dark horse? You want to see him have the best shot at winning. I really want him to. I want him to the race just because it would be nice to have something different. People like him. They don't. Cornel West is everybody. He's like an acquired taste. You either understand how he talks and you get him, or you get lost. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are focused on like the simplest shit instead of like really looking deep into certain things or reading it for what's happening. You know what I mean? That's a big thing. As far as her, I just wish that she could have just kept it honest. Not the fact of the alleged cosplaying or whatever. Just the fact that she didn't really know what to give anybody. You know what I mean? Or really what anybody was really wanting. Instead of just coming out wild. Like, I really wish that could have happened. Because they were avoiding black people for a while, They were talking to certain black people on the colleges. They were like kind of bougie or whatever.
She's already known since 2019.
It's something different, though. I mean, even if that's the cosplay or whatever you want to say, she could have just came out and said, "Look, I don't really know what kind of president you want me to be. I'm open to ideas." You know what I mean? Like, what do you really want to see from a president? Because I don't think that nobody really asked the question anywhere. Like, what do you want to see from your state house representative? What do you want to see from your mayor? Like in the next, you know what I mean? Like things that you could build on tangibles. I think that they threw her out there because they were listening to motherfucking the money get taken away from Biden. Everybody thought he was not doing his job. And you see that he just needed a rest. Like, if you're really watching, he's been solving all kind of crises. He's been all over the place. You know what I mean? Even defending her and talking shit about Trump. I'm not saying I'm a Biden supporter. I'm just saying. I'm putting out the obvious. Okay. The thing is that Trump didn't want to debate her or fuck with her because, she is kind of heavy. But when it came to the debates, maybe. You know what I mean? Too, he fucked himself in his own little way. He does a lot of shit that might be construed as extreme, and he might not. More than likely, he's not gonna be able to carry out any of the shit he's saying. You know what I mean? He might be able to do the deportations to an extent. He might be able to do this. He might be able to do that. That other shit, is like the blueprint for whatever. In case he gets in, they don't want to see him fuck up like last time. You know what I mean? It's like whatever. We've already been there. We're currently going through it already. You know what I mean? And you don't really know what to expect. And either way, it's scary for everybody. Everybody should got to worry. Because we really don't know what the next week is going to hold for us. If she wins, are we going to be celebratory or are we going to be like, fuck, it's going to be doom and gloom. He wins, are we gonna be like, fuck, doom and gloom? You know what I mean? And then what's gonna happen? He already had so many attempts on his life, and she's getting cursed out in rallies now where it looks so like she almost afraid for herself. You know what I mean? And yet she's not really talking to him to see what's the problem or how she can make it better. Because at least Biden was trying to do that. You know what I mean? Like I've seen a couple of little clips today where he's doing that. However, his time is up, right?
Yep.
He's either gonna pass her the mic and the keys and him and Jill are gonna mob off somewhere, or you're gonna have to fucking hand it over to what's his face, Trump. Either way, doesn't she end up pulling the votes, right? The electoral college.
She's gonna be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, and these polls don't make no goddamn sense. Like, how the fuck is everybody neck and neck when you got ballot boxes blowing up or getting set on fire? You know what I mean?
We about to get to that. So you're right on point. So I'm gonna move on to that. So the polls don't matter. Our interests do. Shout out to Professor Black Truth for this moment. Yesterday.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the professor, and this is the moment of truth. Repetition is the mother of learning. As the black media, and that includes you too, we have to exercise that principle vigorously. And rule number one of repetition is you think for yourself. There's a lot of people competing for your eyeballs and for your ears, and they'll try to clog your mind with all kinds of rot if you let them. That's what the black media is here for, to clear away the clutter. Now, a question that I've gotten, most likely from some trolls, is why is it that we're not making a big deal of predicting the winner of the 2024 election? The black media famously, confidently predicted that Donald Trump would sweep the GOP primaries in the 2016 election and then go on to become president, which he did. The white left was shocked. The white media was apoplectic, with the possible exception of Michael Moore, though. But the black media wasn't shocked at all. We told you exactly how things were going to unfold, and they did. Okay, that was then, but we haven't been making any big predictions this time around. Why not? Because we've moved on from that kind of thing. The 2020 election was simply a confidence-building exercise so that you could understand that you get superior information from us. And when I told you that there would be no difference between Donald Trump's reign and Joe Biden's in 2020 was the same thing. 2016 was the year of predictions. 2020 was the year of clarity. Now that you saw what the orange man was, and for the Negroes who were scared to death in 2020, oh, he gonna be too dangerous to leave him in there. How have things worked out for you under Biden? Do you feel safer now? You feel more prosperous? Do you feel better? This is not about us playing Svengali or trying to prove that we can beat the odds in Vegas. The white media's horse race is irrelevant to us. Do you think that Israel is worried about who's going to win this election? Both Trump and Harris are tripping over their forked tongues to prove who's more devoted to Netanyahu. Billions of dollars going overseas for bombs and missiles. Meanwhile, they're telling us that there's no money for our reparations or for anything here at home. So that tells you what the priority is. Do you think that the billionaire investor class is worried about who's going to win the election? I already laid out for you how Kamala Harris is taking money from Blackstone and how BlackRock is advising her on the housing crisis they started. So Kamala Harris is firmly in the hip pocket of America's largest landlords, and Trump is part of the billionaire class, well, at least on paper anyway, or at least according to his own boasting. But the point is, neither candidate is a threat to certain constituencies. See, no matter who loses the election, their backers and donors win. That's what you do. How do you guarantee that you win a war? By funding both sides. We are trying to make sure that we get off of that particular treadmill. Now, according to the latest polls, we've been told that there's a horse race going on, but when you look a little bit deeper at the numbers, it doesn't quite look so much like a horse race that's neck and neck. Kamala Harris is allegedly slightly ahead of the orange man in national polling, but as we all know, U.S. presidential elections are not determined by the popular vote. They're determined by the Electoral College. But nonetheless, looking at the latest polling that we've been given by the white media, what we're seeing is Trump is ahead in Pennsylvania, he's ahead in Arizona, he's ahead in Georgia and North Carolina. Harris, on the other hand, is predicted to be ahead in Michigan and Nevada and Wisconsin. Now, all the polls, at least the ones in the USA Today, are showing that, except for Real Clear polling, which has Trump ahead in Michigan, too. So what that means is, out of the battleground states, Trump is seen as being ahead in most of them. USA Today is admitting that Harris's lead has shrunk since last week's poll results. So by the day, she's losing steam. But then again, as I've been telling you, the white media's whole job, especially with presidential elections, is to milk it for ratings and clicks. And by portraying every election as being a horse race that's neck and neck, no matter how much they know the one candidate is clearly ahead, that's how they keep people vetted. That's how they keep people engrossed to make sure that people keep watching. That's their game, but it's not ours. And we have to keep repeating that because people keep forgetting it. We're past who's going to win the elections. That's part of what we've been trying to educate people about. We need to understand now that neither party is for us, our interest, our agenda. That's what's supposed to be on the ballot. The goal now has to be asserting ourselves aggressively. An equally useless question as the first, though, is, but what do we do if Kamala Harris wins? Family, we'll do the same thing as if Trump wins, or if by some absurd miracle a third-party candidate like Jill Stein wins. We're going to be pushing our demands regardless. This is not about what either of the major parties is going to do or what one candidate will or won't do if they get in the White House. This is about what we're doing. What we're trying to do now is to effect a political realignment. Now, the Black American vote has had 2 of them in the last 150 years. We are way overdue for a third. Every time the Black vote has swung in one direction or another, the country has gone with us. We are the swing vote, but it's way past time we reasserted ourselves to swing in our own direction for our own benefit, as opposed to trying to jump on some sort of bandwagon. Elections are by and large not decided by one constituency alone. What happens is you got to put together entire blocks of constituencies. And that being the case, it's going to be whoever puts their vote up for auction that usually gets to have things their way. Too long, we've been trying to show how loyal we can be. Elections are not about loyalty. They are, as Bill Moyer said, about who gets what. Every other constituency understands the necessity to remind their given party from time to time, we don't have to vote for you, just in case you forgot. Black folks, on the other hand, we're still trying to reassure Mesa, don't worry, Mesa, we still loyal to you. Doesn't matter if it was the party of Lincoln or the party of Johnson. We keep playing the same game and we usually get played for suckers. Well, it's time that we stop playing. If you have to, make sure you repeat that to yourself a number of times, not merely until you remember it, but also until you start to believe it. Why is it that we as the Black media make it a point to repeat things so often so that you remember it? A large part of what the white media does is fighting for mind share by trying to brainwash you with a big lie. Just repeat a lie long enough times and people will start to believe it. The truth, on the other hand, usually takes some thought, so it takes a little bit longer for people to internalize and digest it. But this is what the enemy does, repeating lies to you. You look at broadcast and online media, you see that they repeat the same talking points endlessly over and over again. This is how right-wing hate radio became so effective. The enemy repeats certain things, political correctness, reverse racism, CRT, more recently DEI, until they feel you've caught on. If you've ever worked in advertising or marketing, then certainly you've been taught that all effective advertising is simply creative nagging. That and an ad has to be seen at least 7 times before someone remembers it, and 20 times before there's a chance that they'll actually buy the product. And as the white media sees it, political ads are no different than commercial ads. They're both trying to sell you on something. But if you listen to the Black media and you got your head on straight, you understand that the only thing the white media is trying to sell you is up the river. Let's stop worrying about who's going to be winning the election. Unless you decide to put your own name on the ballot, which, by the way, is where Black empowerment must go next. We have to start getting people off the sidelines and into the game. But unless your name is on the ballot, or unless you got a candidate who's actually offering you something.
Yep, and my name is on the ballot. Just in case you didn't already know.
I mean, everybody knows.
Put that up on the screen. Okay. Yeah, so just in case you didn't know, I'm on the ballot right now in the state of Colorado. To Professor Black's point.
It makes no sense to be worrying about which one of them is going to win. These guys are both controlled opposition. And that being the case, it doesn't matter if this sock puppet is on the right hand of white supremacy or the left hand of white supremacy. They'll be using both of those hands to hit you in the face. Don't you think it's time that you hit back? And just for the record, for the clowns who are saying, well, if Kamala Harris loses, that don't mean the Democrats gonna do an about face. Hey, genius, when the Republicans started losing races because the Black vote turned on them, did you see them do an about face? No, but for at least a while, Black folks were actually having a political party that felt like they had to do something, even if it was only mostly facile gestures. See, when there's a political realignment, that's how it actually works. Whoever leads the alignment is the one who gets what they're supposed to be getting. But as Black people, we've been consistently inconsistent. All the Democrats had to do was throw us a few crumbs, and we said, okay, we can sit back and these guys know what it's at. No. They're going to need the occasional reminder. They're going to need for us to repeat to them. We can yank back our goodwill anytime we get ready. That's what's supposed to be happening here. The entire point of what it is that we're doing now is to teach everybody in the political landscape a message. And the message is nobody can depend on the Black vote, except for Black voters. Good day, and be one. I'd like to take a moment to mention some of our contributors. Bobby Ross, Rochelle Rollins, Michael Williams, Glenda Tice, and Mark Singleton. Salute to them and thank you to everyone for listening, liking, and sharing this message. Black empowerment only exists because of you.
All right, what are your quick thoughts on that, Lady Che?
I mean, I agree. Thoroughly. I mean, you know, I try to stay as close to what we, you know, the message was this whole time. It's been hard, but it's worth it because they got to learn, man. Everybody got to learn. Everybody has to learn that you can't keep taking Black people, their vote or their everything for granted. At some point in time, you know, Black people, like, you gotta get tired, man. You gotta get tired, and you gotta stop, like certain things you just can't keep for no more because it doesn't behoove you to do it because you're not getting anything from it. If anything, if you've learned anything, it's look for tangibles. You look for a policy that's aligned with what you need or want, or you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, other than that, you can't go along with whatever everybody is saying because everybody's on some other shit. It seems like everybody's an agenda, you know. And at least with this, we can say we do have an agenda. It's the Black agenda, and these are the things we're looking for. You know what I mean? And it's not a game. Versus everybody else is like, oh no, we don't have an agenda. We just need your vote. But it's cap.
Right.
You do have an agenda. You have an agenda, and the agenda is like, I mean, look, if you like, oh man, I can't wait to do the show, my own show. Just in our city, if you read the budget, man, it's literally right in front of your face. That they literally got a high rate of Black unhoused shit. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of shit going on, especially this new budget. I was like, it's trash. I read I skimmed it. I have time to read it because I didn't know if I was going to leave or not. You know what I mean? But what I read was like, oh my God, this is so, no. You know what I mean?
Right.
There was a lot of things on there that were just, no. But you know, you can't really, until somebody does something, you know, there's certain powers that be that are gonna have their way with us. And like, look, you know, I want to have some faith in the voting system, but this year, this election, just kind of took my faith away in the system. Just even watching the last two campaigns, mine, I have lost fucking faith. I don't trust a fucking thing behind the scenes. Everybody's two-faced, and everybody's bought and paid for. If you're not bought and paid for, then you can't go anywhere. You won't go nowhere, and the fight will be difficult. And if you don't have no money behind you, then they're gonna throw out this, well, you're not viable. But you know what, man? Like, I would rather have a non-viable under that. I mean, like a poor person try to do some good shit versus a rich money bag person, because allegedly all you got to do is sit at the desk and say yay, whereas a poor person might actually get out there and work for their own desires of, like, I don't want to live like this. You know what I mean? And then too, like, I think everybody forgets that they had to start from the bottom somewhere. Everybody had to start from the low man totem pole. Now these uppity ass motherfuckers have they have the blackosity to look down at us. You know what I mean? For trying to do the right thing. Like, I hope your fanciness is really taking up for the lack of fucking moral compass and decency. Because at the end of the day, you can only hold this thing for so long. But sooner or later, you got to go back into being a regular person. And who gonna fuck with you and doing that?
They want to be career politicians.
Yeah, but even some of these motherfuckers, that after they're done, who gonna want to talk to them after that? Like, who gonna really want to fuck with Leslie Harris? Question mark. Or Beth McCann or anybody else, right? Nobody.
Yeah, Elba Wedgeworth.
You mean Elvis Brooks, Daryl Watson, those people.
Michael Hancock.
You Chantel Lewis showing her ass like a motherfucker because you can't get shown unity when to your brother or your own people, you'll side with them. That means you for them. So it don't matter what these little pro-black movements you have, you for them. You ain't for the small person. It doesn't matter what you do. You heed the warning, motherfucker. But you go ahead and, you know what I mean. Go ahead and disengage. It's cool. But at the end of the day, when you're not in those seats, you gotta go back to being a regular motherfucker. And a regular motherfucker, you get just ignored too. Instead of being, hey man, good to see you. You did a great. You did a good job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't say that about none of these mods.
I like the name.
Feed on
them. Yeah, comment.
I see it. Little Dookie Stain said Kamala hates beef.
I like the name.
Tuesday, so I can't be having that. Okay.
The name was a rip.
Yeah. I think he came over from Jace. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I like, you gotta step on the same motherfuckers to come back home. So they gonna feel it eventually. But they also too, you're gonna feel it when a motherfucker get in and you won't get no casualty.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real thing too.
Yep. So y'all can keep doing this polling. The polls don't vote.
The polls don't make no sense. They're just like the census. They're just like all these graphs that have the numbers don't make sense. And the backup, none of it makes sense. The data don't make sense. None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. And it can't just be neck and neck for like months. Clearly, it can't be that way. Like, there's clearly some bullshit going on at both sides.
Right.
Points being you know, like, they're like, oh my God, it's like the rally. I mean, like, if anything, Trump getting shot at 3 times should have elevated him a little bit. You know what I mean? Or anything. None of it. All the tokenizing, all the pandering, none of it is raising the bar. So I can't believe in these alleged polls. Who are you polling? My phone ain't rang. I ain't got no text notification. I get no email survey. Who are you polling?
You're on the do not call list. That's why.
I'm not.
I'm
not.
Oh, okay.
How the fuck is that possible with a free phone?
Your phone stays off though, so they can't contact you.
It don't stay off. It's just I just don't answer it. Just I just don't answer it.
Do not disturb.
Yeah, motherfucker, I'm on vacation. I told you I'm on vacation. Like, this shit is all when you can't do nothing about it. All you're doing is just getting angry for nothing. There's nothing you can do.
Chap out.
They gave me 3 minutes, dude. 3 minutes today. What could I have really done? in 3 minutes. Other than talk all that shit they talk. But it could have went on for at least maybe another 5 minutes, and then they really would have got it, and that would have been it. Do you mean?
They're getting hella emotional about it, little Dookie thing.
Polls don't make no sense. Like, where the tokenized bus ride to?
Oh my God.
You know, to these motherfucking rallies and shit. Like, can a motherfucker find out? You know? I might want to vote. Can somebody ask me for my black vote? Can I get on the bus? Nobody asked me shit. Nobody asked you shit. Nobody gives a fuck. All they want you to know is if you're gonna do it, if you, black man, are gonna vote for her, and if I'm just gonna go ahead and vote for this. Like, no. I said it when you asked the first time. Fuck no. Fuck. Maybe you gonna vote for Kamala? Fuck no. I care less about all of that shit. Why? Fuck. Why would I? I don't see a reason to. There's not a fucking valid reason to. Not a valid reason to. The fog was lifted up on me, man. You seen that. If Biden's not around, we can stop pretending. That bitches didn't want to hear that shit when I said it in the city. So, you know, naturally they're not going to want to hear it online. You read Jesse? Did you read it? Yep. Okay, I'm in here by myself. What's the last signal? People are there harvesting a whole lot of energy from all these goofy. Yeah, as I said, I've been like off of it. I've been out of it. Been on Black vacation actually, so I don't really see the point. And none of it makes sense, and it's really stupid. Really, it's just the distraction of the year. None of it was productive. We didn't learn shit. Nothing. In the whole year of talking about either party and everybody and their mama, we didn't learn a motherfucking thing at all. I feel like we didn't learn nothing about none of that. None of them. Do you feel like we learned anything about Trump or this broad? No. Whole year wasted down the drain. Mm-hmm. Are you lying? What's the next topic?
Yeah. All right.
Could have been a year at least better wasted. Instead of trying to make sure that, we stop voting Democrats and stop fucking with them altogether. I got the message the first week. I don't know what happened to everybody else. I've been on like vacation the whole time with brief stints of coming out just because, I don't know, Jesse antagonized me out of it and then I went right up again.
All right. So, continue to demand something tangible for your vote. Any politician that's seeking your vote, demand something tangible, including myself. So, moving along, we got Diddy versus Jeffries. Equal justice under the law? Question mark.
Versus Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah.
How is that a real comparison?
Well, Professor Blacc who's gonna let us know how it's a real comparison. And is it equal justice under the law?
No, he's not getting equal justice right now.
If you're not already subscribed to this YouTube channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button now, along with the bell icon so you can be notified whenever a new video is posted. And if you're already subscribed, check and make sure that YouTube hasn't unsubscribed you. And of course, be sure to give the video a like as well as share it on your social media. The white supremacists hate that. And now, the Sunday address.
I know.
Before we begin, as usual, I have to start off this video with the usual disclaimer. This is about one of the subjects Black people don't handle very well, celebrity. When it comes to subjects such as entertainment, celebrity, music, all of that stuff, especially hip-hop, you got a lot of Black folks who have basically created the subculture of anything having to do with Black culture has to be a fight, especially if it comes to music. Who's beefing with whom? And people are looking for the lowest common denominator. You're not going to get that from me. So if there's anybody in the comments who's doing that, don't be surprised if your comments wind up disappearing or if you wind up not able to comment at all. Just saying. Now, as we all know, Puff Daddy, Sean P. Diddy Combs, Diddy, D, at this point, the way that he's abbreviating his name, after a while, I think it's soon just going to be, that's going to be his name. But he has been charged with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation for purposes of prostitution. But the way the white media has reported on it, apparently the most salient issue that they found happens to be some reported 1,000 bottles of baby oil. That's the main thing the white media was talking about, 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I'm like, okay, so basically you're charging him with stockpiling too much lubricant or something. It was just so weird, but it just goes to show, especially under white supremacy, there's this constant need to police the sexual behavior of Black men, even the ones who are perverts, but still. Now, as far as the whole freak-off thing and all that stuff goes, this seems like the usual fare where the white media wants to make sure prosecutors are putting every little saucy detail that they can out there. It's like, let's go ahead and make sure people know just how wretched this individual is. I'm still waiting to hear about where P. Diddy was running around beating people, chaining people to walls and such. I'm not saying that that's the only standard for whether or not people were coerced into anything, but the way the white media is talking about him, apparently that's what must have been going on, because that's the way that they're going breathlessly about this. And the fact that he has been locked up, basically denied bail, he's in a cage somewhere. They're acting as if basically this guy was a serial killer, if nothing else. But he's a rich and powerful man, we hear. There's plenty of rich and powerful men who get hemmed up all the time by the authorities, and yet they don't get the kind of treatment that he's getting. Well, that is depending on their skin color, because very recently we also had another rich and powerful man, Michael Jeffries, former executive with Abercrombie & Fitch, along with his partner Matthew Smith and James Jacobson. These guys were also charged with sex trafficking and engaging in interstate prostitution. They've gotten 16 counts in all, by the way. Now, these are gay orgies that were going on here, so there don't seem to be any women involved with these guys' shenanigans. The prosecutors say that the men Jeffries and his buddies were allegedly predating on were required to sign non-disclosure agreements and pay damages if they ever told anyone, including family and friends, what was going on. And what was allegedly going on is that prosecutors say Jeffries and his buddies were coercing young men into attending sex events because they told these young men that this would provide them with modeling opportunities. Though in reality, like Harvey Weinstein and others, this was nothing more than bait to lure these young, financially desperate, aspiring young men into these sexually compromising situations. Jeffrey and his friends would arrange for sex parties. I don't know why they didn't call them freak-offs, because not only were they paying these young men, but they were also having them flued out so they could be at these little events. And according to prosecutors, Jeffries and his pals were either directing people to inject, or they were personally injecting some sort of prescription grade erection inducing substance. So that's what these guys were doing, and they were doing it to people who were otherwise physically incapable or unwilling. Now, that's the very definition of coercion, and those are good details to include. My question happens to be, why is it then that we're not hearing anything about that with P. Diddy? Now, again, for the people with wax in their ears, I'm not sticking up for P. Diddy. I don't even care about the guy. I'm trying to make. If we're talking about sexual coercion, there you go. You get individuals who are getting flued out, and you make sure that you got the entire place completely and thoroughly under your sole control. Not to mention you having people who are told you got to inject yourself with some unknown substance. Just take my word for it, it's not going to harm you. And over their heads, you're hanging the job prospects, career prospects. Oh, this can either be a big leg up for you, or it can be the end of the road. Now, that's the definition of sexual coercion, not to mention afterwards, oh, and just in case you guys feel some kind of way about all the stuff that you were made to do, here's some NDAs you better sign, because that's what happened. Here's some NDAs. You better go ahead and sign it or else. So that's coercion. At least that's what we would always think of, but that's not the way the white media has been reporting on it, at least not as far as these guys are concerned. They've been actually pretty close to the vest with the details. Jeffries and his buddies were smiling as they walked out of court. They got their little bail offered to them. Smiling as they walked out. Yeah, because they know they got the complexion for the protection. There's absolutely nothing you can say about P. Diddy that you can't say about Jeffries and his buddies. In fact, you can actually say a lot more because we actually got some details in this case. But this Abercrombie guy, he's not in jail tonight. He's a free man, released with a smile on his face. All of them fake teeth of his. And nobody, absolutely nobody in the white media has pointed out how you got two very wealthy men, both indicted by the feds for the same things, yet they're being treated completely differently. Nobody seems interested in making those comparisons. Times like this, I wonder where Kamala Dumbbell is at. He was so eager to do a phony documentary about Bill Cosby on the false grounds that he was just wanting to discuss wealthy men with power misusing their position. Okay, well, here's a guy who ran one of the largest, most successful clothing retailers in America. And on top of that, this guy's got all these young men who he had signing NDAs, having them flued out and all the rest of this stuff. And Kamala Bell's not asking any questions, but he's not the only one. Though I got to say, for the people there, usually these shea butter bootlicks, I want you to tell me that Kamala Bell's not a shill for the white media now. Oh yeah, he's just a comedian who felt moved by conscience to go after a high-profile man, just never a white one. Because these bootlicking sellouts never do that. They know the rules of racism. They know full well that their white media employers have them on the payroll specifically to be their black face, their black attack dog, whose job it is to go after other black people so they can give the white racist media cover. They know what their job is, and that's what they do. Now, what we should be getting is a nonstop comparison between P. Diddy and this Abercrombie degenerate. But the two of them are not getting a comparison at all. The coverage of this Abercrombie guy has been rather muted, but then again, isn't it always? The feds went to P. Diddy's properties wearing sneakers. That's what the guys showed up with. The feds showed up. They had assault rifles in tow because apparently somebody told them this was going to be some sort of high-risk arrest. And I guess they felt that it was so high risk they could go ahead and wear their tennis shoes. They didn't show up wearing their black boots. They didn't show up guns at the ready, carrying all their gear. As a matter of, they're just doing dress up. Well, somebody told us to bring the assault rifles for the cameras. You can tell that's what happened here. The DOJ is like, well, we need some good images for the cameras, so make sure you bring all of your gear. What were they expecting? And this is all happening under Joe Biden, mind you. They're sitting here dressed up, assault rifles, as if that can't go wrong. But clearly, even these goofballs with the guns, they knew that there was no threat there. There was no substantive problem. I mean, when you're bringing freaking tennis shoes to a raid, they put on their little green coveralls, and they made sure we're going to have our assault rifles with us, but they're wearing tennis shoes because obviously they know this is not a high-risk anything. This is just performing for the cameras, political theater. But this is what Joe Biden's DOJ is doing. This is what Merrick Garland's DOJ is doing. Can't do anything about all these cops who are murdering black people. And I've been showing you since the very beginning of the Biden administration, the numbers of black people killed by the cops is higher than it was under Trump. And Biden's DOJ isn't doing anything about it. I guess that's why it keeps happening year after year after year. Oh, but when it comes time to go after P. Diddy, they're showing up guns in tow. Oh, they're at the ready for that. Now, as we've learned from the Weinstein fiasco, the white media was very invested in protecting that guy because a disproportionate number of white media executives were themselves doing the same things Weinstein did. When the whole Me Too movement got started, you had a whole bunch of white media executives who were disproportionately represented among the individuals who were being accused and exposed. So every time it was time to go after Weinstein for another charge or time to do another update about Weinstein, he's going back to court for some hearing or other, we would suddenly see the white media become obsessed with some black man and make headlines about them instead. Whether it be R. Kelly, Cuba Gooding Jr., Bill Cosby, he is their favorite perennial piñata. Michael Jackson had been dead for a decade, but that didn't stop them from making a phony documentary, making accusations against him with no evidence, by the way. Nothing but a bunch of rumors, nothing but a bunch of hearsay. Again, I'm no supporter of P. Diddy, same as I was no supporter of Cosby or R. Kelly, but I am a supporter of the truth. And we need to understand that the white powers that be didn't just find out about Diddy's alleged debauchery just this year. They've known about this stuff for the longest time. And they were just putting it away for the right occasion, just like with Tiger Woods. Damian Williams is the U.S. attorney out there who's going after P. Diddy, and he's doing the exact same thing that Kim Foxx did when she went after R. Kelly. This Damian Williams character, he is publicly appealing for accusers to come forward. If the feds actually had their ducks in a row, if they actually had a Loctite case, if these guys were convinced that Combs is this deviant that they claim him to be, then why is it that now that they're bringing their charges, they're also saying, if there's anybody else who wants to accuse him of anything, please come forward. because that's what they're doing. Williams ought to already have his case together now. Instead, he's asking if there's any accusers out there and saying that this case is far from over. So what does that mean? You don't need to be stacking the deck like this if you've already got the deck in your favor. Again, it's usually only when they're ever going against a black man. They got a black man who's hemmed up. Now it's like, is there anybody else who wants to accuse him of something? So is this really about presenting a case, or is it more about manufacturing one? Well, we just got to have something that we can get them dragged into court about. And after that, we know that there's going to be a feeding frenzy because they know exactly how it works. Just go ahead and make sure there's a black man who's getting accused of something, and you'll have a whole bunch of people coming out of the woodwork, and that's deliberate. That's exactly what they're doing. This is the Cosby R. Kelly playbook being run to a T. Prosecutors claim that they got cases ready to go, and yet when they get in front of the cameras, they're suddenly asking for volunteers. Everyone knows that when it comes to black men in particular getting hemmed up, if there's one person who brings an accusation, then everyone gets to jump on the bandwagon. It's intended. It's expected. They're trying to kick off a feeding frenzy. They know that this is going to be red meat for anybody who thinks that they can bring a civil case or anybody who's trying to set one up. Dozens and dozens of accusers are going to come out of the woodwork. I mean, P. Diddy's been out there for 30 plus years. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of females who are probably hoping that they could cash in and they see an opportunity now. You know this is exactly what's going to happen. It's completely and thoroughly predictable. You're going to get an orgy of litigants, pun intended. But then again, when you look what's happening with Michael Jeffries, it's a little bit different, ain't it? Now, over there in the Eastern District of New York, keep in mind, Damian Williams represents the Southern District of New York for the feds, but in the Eastern District, where Michael Jeffries has a case brought against him, same city, but different offices. So it's the same justice system, right? Yeah, then why is it then that the U.S. attorney prosecuting Jeffries isn't asking additional victims to come forward? Damian Williams' co-workers over in the Eastern District of New York, they're not deciding, well, let's go ahead and see if we can get some people to come out of the woodwork against this guy. They're not advertising for accusers. Curious that, huh? The principle is always the same. Once the black defendant is charged, refuse bail so that even if he's acquitted, well, at least he had to spend some time behind bars. That's the entire point of doing it. That's the pattern. It's as predictable as night follows day. But this is what's going on here. And again, it doesn't matter if you like P. Diddy or not. I didn't like R. Kelly. Not that crazy about Bill Cosby, truth be told. But the truth of the matter is, you can't tell me that this is equal justice under the law. It's being done for a reason. I would hazard to guess that they probably had a case against Michael Jeffries going long before they suddenly decided to bring P. Diddy in for some charges. If the Weinstein example is anything to go by, they most likely had charges simmering against Jeffries for the longest time. But as we always know, if you're going to be bringing a white man under charges, you're going to have him under the Klieg lights so you can light him up and say, hey, look at this degenerate over here. You got to make sure that there's a black person being accused of something too. Remember, Damian Williams is over there in the Southern District of New York, and the guy going after Jeffries is in the Eastern District, same town. You think these people don't talk to each other? Don't be naive. Don't be stupid. I've been telling you for the longest time, nothing happens in a vacuum under white supremacy. We got two moguls, practically the same resumes. Mike Jeffries is like 80 years old, and with that crappy plastic surgery he's got in those phony horse teeth of his, he looks every bit of 80. And the way they're being treated by the prosecutors, the courts, and the media, though, is exactly the opposite. Now, this is important because we get hit over the head constantly by the white left and the white right about how the way black people are treated in American society, well, that's about class, not race. That's a money thing, not a color thing. Well, here you have two wealthy perverts, and one of them is being treated like he was only accused of a DUI, while the other guy is being treated like he's a mass killer. No, it's not about class. It is about race. Because with Puff Daddy, what we're hearing about is, well, who else was there? Any of the other hip-hop friends were there. Meanwhile, with Michael Jeffries, nobody's asking any questions about who else was there. Yeah, they don't want to know. Because just like with Jeffrey Epstein, we know that if we start looking to see, hey, anybody else who was showing up for these off-the-record modeling sessions with Michael Jeffries and the boys, hey, who else was injecting themselves with Viagra or whatever? Yeah, we probably see a whole bunch of famous names, a bunch of rich and powerful individuals. So that being the case, it's far better to look at this black man over here. See if maybe there was some surprise appearances by Jay-Z or Birdman at one of these freak-offs. That would be much more interesting to them. So understand that. Puff Daddy may well deserve the charges that are being brought against him. We have yet to see the evidence of that, though. All that's been brought against the guy is basically whatever you see in the music videos. Apparently, that's how he's living his life for real. And apparently, he must also own a hell of a lot of stock in baby oil, because the way that he buys it, I guess he loves it. But none of those things are crimes. The stuff that's been said about Jeffries, though, if this stuff is true, yeah, you can look at this and say, man, you got this guy dead to rights. The stark and undeniable difference between how these two wealthy men are being treated for the exact same charges, that tells you everything you need to know. It makes all the sense in the world that it's a former executive from Abercrombie & Fitch who's being given this special treatment, because when it comes to America, a racial double standard is always in fashion. Good evening, and be one. I'd like to take a moment to mention some of our contributors: Suleiman Alaji, Radia Bey, Charles Hairston, Leonard Cottingham, and Tyrone Jones. Salute to them, and thank you to everyone for listening, liking, and sharing this message. Black empowerment only exists because of you.
Dominate the rift with Opera GX. Install any official LOL esports mod from GX Store to unlock bonus content and features. Browse the collection and choose a mod. Open GX Corner and scroll to the Riot section with a brand new co-streaming hub. Set your language and choose a stream. Only on the browser for gamers. Only on Opera GX.
Seize black land and maintain white supremacy. These acts of violence were not only perpetrated by ordinary white citizens, but were also condoned and even encouraged by some white officials. James K. Vardaman, governor of Mississippi, infamously stated,
"If necessary, every Negro in the state will be lynched. It will be done to maintain white supremacy."
While early lynchings often targeted individual families, some instances involved the destruction of entire black communities. The racial cleansing of Forsyth County, Georgia in 1912, and the destruction of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921 are prominent examples. Black landowners were subjected to intense pressure from authorities and others to give up their land and leave, becoming refugees in their own country. Property records show that some black landowners were able to sell their land at a fair price, but others, like Valentine Hightower, were forced to sell for significantly less. Hightower sold 52 acres for only $10 in 1926. Additionally, individual black farmers were sometimes targeted by bands of white farmers known as the Whitecaps. These groups operated in several southern and border states, aiming to drive black people off their land and discourage others from acquiring it. Whitecaps often left threatening notes with crudely drawn coffins on the doors of black landowners, warning them to leave or face the consequences. Another tactic used to dispossess black landowners was tax sales. These sales allowed the government to take land from its owners and auction it off. Many black people who wanted to keep their land lived on a fixed income and struggled to afford annual property taxes. As a result, their properties were often put up for auction, which developers exploited to acquire land that families were unwilling to sell. Redlining was another discriminatory practice that hindered black wealth and progress. In 1933, facing a housing shortage, the federal government launched a program aimed at increasing and segregating America's housing stock. The government's efforts primarily benefited white middle-class and lower middle-class families, excluding African Americans and other people of color from the new suburban communities and forcing them into urban housing projects. The term redlining originates from maps created by the New Deal federal government, which color-coded every metropolitan area in the country. The Homeowners Loan Corporation, followed by the Federal Housing Administration and later adopted by the Veterans Administration, used these maps to determine where it was safe to insure mortgages. Areas with predominantly black populations, or even those near such areas, were marked in red, indicating to appraisers that these neighborhoods were too risky to insure. Redlined areas ensured that black people were denied access to the best facilities. The FHA justified this discrimination by claiming that African American homebuyers would negatively impact the property values of insured white homes, putting their loans at risk. However, there was no evidence to support this claim. In fact, when African Americans attempted to buy homes in predominantly white neighborhoods, property values often increased because they were willing to pay more than white buyers due to limited housing options. African American families who were barred from purchasing homes in the suburbs during the 1940s, 50s, and even into the 60s by the FHA missed out on the equity gains that white families enjoyed. For instance, homes in developments such as Daly City south of San Francisco or Levittown in the late 1940s and 1950s sold for roughly twice the national median income and were within reach for working class families with FHA or VA mortgages. Although African Americans could have afforded these homes just as well as whites, they were systematically excluded from buying them. Today, those homes are priced at a minimum of $300,000 to $400,000, which is 6 to 8 times the national median income. By the time the Fair Housing Act was enacted in 1968, permitting African Americans to purchase homes in the suburbs, these properties were already beyond the financial reach of most Black families. White families continued to buy these homes, benefiting from the accumulated equity and wealth. They used this wealth to fund their children's education, support their parents in old age, and pass on assets to their descendants. In contrast, African Americans, who had largely been excluded from buying these suburban homes, missed out on all of those benefits. These elements have contributed to the enormous income disparity that exists between white and Black families and doesn't appear to be narrowing anytime soon. In addition to starting off with less money than white Americans, Black Americans are more likely to fall down the economic ladder than to climb it. In 2019, Black households in the U.S. had a median wealth of $24,100, while white households had a median wealth of $188,200. Consequently, the average Black household had $165,000 less in wealth than the average white household, or 12.7% of the latter's wealth. The average wealth gap is smaller in relative terms, but significantly larger in absolute dollar amounts. In 2019, the average Black household had more than $142,000, while the average white household had over $980,000. This means that Black households had approximately 14.5% of the wealth of white households, resulting in an absolute dollar gap of over $838,000. The ongoing Black-white wealth gap reveals a deeply unfair economic system that blocks Black families from reaching the American dream. This system has always made it hard for Black households to build and keep wealth, creating a huge and persistent racial wealth divide. African Americans have had less wealth to pass on to their children compared to white families. Because of this, it's extremely difficult for Black Americans to catch up to their white counterparts. Generations of oppression have meant that white families are much more likely to inherit large amounts of money and have access to wealthy networks for better job opportunities. In contrast, Black families have faced ongoing obstacles that prevent them from growing their wealth. Fixing this gap means tackling the long-standing systems that have kept Black households from building wealth as effectively as white households. This is where reparations come into play. The idea of reparations to address the historical injustices faced by Black Americans isn't new. It has been a topic of debate, advocacy, and legislation for many years. A notable example is the H.R. 40 bill, introduced in Congress multiple times since 1989. Officially titled the H.R. 40 Commission to Study and Develop Reparation Proposals for African Americans Act, the bill aims to create a commission to investigate the effects of slavery and discrimination and suggest possible reparation solutions. Despite multiple introductions, the H.R. 40 bill has not yet become law. Its repeated attempts and stalled progress just prove the challenges and complexities of the reparations issue. It also raises critical questions about how best to provide redress, the methods for implementation, and the broader effects on addressing historical injustices in a diverse and often divided society. Some believe that reparations are necessary for recognizing the enduring impacts of slavery and systemic discrimination, and for compensating the economic, social, and psychological harm inflicted on generations of Black Americans. Conversely, others argue that reparations might not effectively address the complexities of historical injustices and suggest that alternative measures such as investing in education, healthcare, and economic opportunities could be more impactful. Critics also express concerns that reparations could deepen national divisions, questioning who would be eligible for compensation, whether it would include all Black Americans are only descendants of enslaved individuals.